Hello everyone, welcome back to some more Battle Operation 2. So today we're going to be playing for a few hours, and I just realised I've got my audio full on there, so you might have been able to hear my echo in the background. Not good when you're first starting up stream. Right, let's get everything set up here while it's loading. There we go, we're good. So just waiting in here. I've got to get my coins from yesterday. Hey Track Mix. I'm going to get my coins from yesterday, and then we've obviously got to do the grinds, so we're going to go ahead and see what we can do, how many people we can get in, and have a good laugh like we were doing the other day. It's currently, what, 7:15? And still waiting for the game to load. Please don't tell me this is going to be space. If this is space now, I'm just going to cry. Oh, there we go, we're fine. The only problem with this is one rival coin. Right, let's get this set up. Been working on my raid training, says TrackMegs. I should just start playing raid again this time, just for a laugh. Right, Ace, port again. We're gonna have a lot of port again. We'll restrict it to 400 at the beginning, and we'll private up here. Meanwhile, everybody else is still trying to come over from Discord. Okay, I don't know whether I've been invited into a party by John yet. I don't think I have. Let's try and get everybody else in here. 1, 2. Counting how many people are online. 3, 4. John's not in. 5. There's Leo as well. Ooh. Do I want to get wrecked this early on? Not too sure. Dark Raven, Dark Rider, Fatmon. So we're saving a spot for John and then whoever else. Audio says, yo man, I really need to play this game. I downloaded it yesterday, but I haven't started it up yet. Dude, you should start it up now. Get in on this with us. No. By all means, you play Raid, and I'm coming for you in my Pixie. I'm gonna play Raid then. Like, Pixie is pretty easy. You just need to get the positioning. Like, I was playing really badly the other day, but that was only because bad positioning. You have to take advantage of where everybody is and where they're not. I really do like Pixie. Joshua says, "All Pixie maybe." I might just throw up there. Like, I'm busy drinking at the same time. I swear I might throw it up a little bit just by that recommendation. It's like, oh no. You can tell that's going to be a nightmare. I can just imagine. Nugs says, yo, Nugs is in. Right, we gotta grab John here from wherever he is. He's lurking around somewhere. I'm like inviting everybody here and just turn around to Dark in chat and be like, get in here! We gotta have some silly games, says Joshua. Oh yeah, but I do like some proper serious ones now and again. Well, not totally serious, you know what I mean. Not just silly ones. Just making sure Dark knows he's got an invite. Oh, there he is. He's there anyway. I'm sending him messages over Discord. Speak of the man and he shall appear. No, and he is John. How do I get into this game with you? Since I haven't played yet, I don't go where to go, says Audio. Audio, do me a favour. Can you, Hey, Exram. Sorry, I was on the loose, says Dark Raven. It's cool, dude. Audio, do me a favour. Can you add me? My username here. The one at the top of the host list here. You add that to PSN now, and I'll invite you. Just waiting on John. Whatever John is. He's been up all night drawing, or whatever. All Zaku wants is Bam-Bam. We'll do that on Desert after this one. Or after a couple of them. You know. Because all Zaku 1 match is really fun to break up stuff. I need to get more practice in certain suits here. Right, let's check out some stuff. I would have done streaming before this, but I've not been feeling amazing today, so I blame last night. I was trying to render out some stuff for my mobile Gundam Breaker video, and it just decided it didn't want to render out. It's just like, nah, we won't even bother. So I've got that in the background for later on. That'll be funny to show off to you guys. I might even turn that into a stream rather than a video. John, where you at, dude? Abdel Ghani says, Sup boyos, hello. My BD3 is 450, so I can't use it, says Joshua. Yep. You have the BD3? Yeah, I've got the BD3. I only got it recently. Where's John? Come on, John. You're holding us up here, dude. He's round here somewhere. He's lurking. He did say he'd be right back. He might be chilling out in the lobby, or he might be dealing with his doggo. Hey, Ultras. Oh, hey, Leo. I didn't want to have my ass handed to me straight away, so trying to get John in here. Not too badly, anyway. Send John a message now. I did invite Riku then, but Riku's not around here apparently. If Riku doesn't get on soon, I'll oh, there's Gundam guy. Let's get Gundam guy in here. Knowing me, they'll both come in and take John's spot. Hey, Harley. I've been wishing to have the BD3, but tried many singles and never got it. It was in the, yeah, we went 5 hours to get the BD3. We were doing, games with me getting like 3 kills per game. It was rough. Like, for everybody who's around here for that one, thank you very much, because that BD3 was really hard to get hold of for me. Because we had to get all the recycle tickets for it, because it cost me like $250. Right, let's just get people in here, because we've held up enough. I'll get John in the next one. We'll do Ares Gundam. Who else we got? I invited Gundam guy a second ago. I'm just going to give these out randomly, so whoever comes in, first come, first serve, and then we'll rotate. Let's see. Because I don't want to keep anyone waiting like too long here, so send one to Leo. There's Leo. Gundam guy's preparing. There we go. Randomize this. Because it's 400, I think. Let's... Oh, wrong one. There we go. John says coming, dude. There we go, you'll have to get in after this one. Dave, DLC drops for... God damn it, seriously. People in the background using like car horns and stuff. Hate this when I'm on stream. This is what happens when you live in a built-up area. Ultra says, DLC for Monster Hunter World drops in September. You looking forward to it? To be honest, I have not looked forward to playing any Monster Hunter World since the last time we tried playing it, which like when it first came out. We, me and Jen tried playing it. Kept having our asses handed to us by I can't remember which monster it was that we were trying to farm, but it was randomly walking around outside in the open, and because we couldn't beat it ever since, we've just left it.
Just kept running away.
Yeah, that was it. We kept trying to farm it. I can't remember what it was. We kept trying to farm it, and it just kept running off on us whenever we'd get it on low. So just gave up on it. It's not like Monster. What was it? Monster Hunter 3 on the Wii and the not the Switch, the one before it, the Wii U. Monster Hunter 3 we played loads of and it was amazing. Monster Hunter World, just no. I couldn't get excited for it. It was totally different to what I was expecting. Plus I couldn't play Longsword on it like I could on the Wii version. Is everybody readied up here? Oh, we're just waiting on Dark. Dark, you readying up? Does anyone have the gym custom? A couple of people are. Or a couple of people have it. I could have helped you if you needed it, says Ultras. I don't think we were even, like, properly streaming it because we were just getting that annoyed. I remember I've been on stream with Ion a couple of times and just been like, dude, I need to try and pick it back up again. Problem is, I don't have any sort of interest in it at this point. I've got way too much interest in all the stuff that's coming out, so I'm probably hardly ever going to touch it. Which is really bad because we got it as, like, one of the main multiplayer games we were going to play. And, yeah, instead we just dropped it. We just dropped it because it was just really annoying compared to 3.
You can always try it again whenever you get in the mood. It's just
yeah, that's the problem with me. I'm really picky with video games. So if I'm not in the mood for one, or it makes me really annoyed, I don't bother with it for ages. As is evident with Monster Hunter World. Because 3 I sunk so many hours into. It was on 3. Like, imagine, like, I'm playing Battle Operation 2 here now almost every single day. I was like that with Monster Hunter 3, and it was really fun. And then next minute, just, nope, nothing. So, yeah, really annoyed at that. I wouldn't mind, but I got me with the PlayStation, and I'm currently playing this on just to play it. I was like, oh, we'll get into the PlayStation, we'll play it cooperatively in the same room, and we'll have a good laugh. And it just never happened. I see that there. Can we just... I just realised I can just... Oh! That's the one problem, where people in chat will be saying, oh, just counter. Can't when you like that. Like, I'm there smashing counter, it's just not working. Right, let's try... I see him over there. Oops, Daisy. Oh no. Is he behind me again? Yeah, he is. I wouldn't be surprised if that's Leo or somebody. Let's find out. Yep, called it. Called it. Johnson's let me in the next match. Oh, right. Let's see here. Guys, Leo's going behind you. He's where B is now. 5 is Kaiser. Kaiser behind you. Coming from your right. There you go. 5 and 4 together. 2, 3, and 6. There are 3 units in front of you at D, with 1 sniper overlooking you. 4's almost got Leo. Yeah, Leo looks like he's almost done. 3 keep on D at the moment. 3 is Robinator. Right, let's see here. Heavy backing up a bit. All I have to do is shoot here, I don't even have to melee. There we go, let's go reinforce the front. He'll be spawning at D again. Right. I saw that pop in on those containers there. Is that another one? Can't tell. Let's have a laugh here and dive in here. Yeah, the Narcs will be lurking around here again with a sniper above us. There's that BD3. Oh! Nice one, Heavy. That'll be iframes. Now just loop around here and get their attention. It's not always about killing people, but it is about distracting them for a laugh. And also taking advantage of them panicking like that. Even if I can just get the health down a little bit, it'd be hilarious. Especially zipping past that suit there. Doesn't matter if I get killed here. Just a little bit of damage will be fine for me. Right, come on, let me back in here. I love the way I just broke through the back line there and distracted 2 suits. We don't even need to kill people in this just to have a laugh. Because as long as the front line is more or less without loads of suits to back them up, they're never going to push properly. Like the sniper at the back, if he takes one more bit of damage, he's done. There's Leo down here, so let's just do a little bit of damage to him. We don't even need to get near him, even though this is a close range suit. There we go. Netted us a few more points. Leo will spawn probably round C, just to get me in the end, so let's move around here. He'll either spawn around here or he'll spawn around in front of me. I imagine he'll spawn in front of me. Right, let's... Oh no, he didn't. Nice. There we go. Just got the sniper. Not as if we need to, anyway. We don't need... We just took out the sniper support, so everybody else should be focusing around D here. Let's try and throw a grenade in there and just see what happens. Oh, there we go. There's another suit. Who said you have to use melee with this suit? Seriously. There goes that problem. Excuse me, come through. So there's Leo now. That's the biggest problem out of the way. Grenade. There's another one. Right, let's see what's going on here. Blue Destiny unit? Okay. And there's another one down. I might not be the ace, but I'm doing enough damage here. Right, let's see. Oh, there's Leo. Everybody focus on D. There's Sniper. Probably going to be in the same position again, or moving around to the right, I imagine. Let's go this way. Everybody else is doing fine over there so far. Yep, there he is. Confirmed it. This is why you don't use beam weapons on this. Or if you do, you move position every single time, because it's so easy to confirm where these shots are coming from. Is he in the same position? Oh, he's in a different one. He's in a different one? A little bit harder to get. The Dark Rider disconnected. Dude, seriously. Unlucky. Alright, let's try here. Leo's busy focused over there. Whoops-a-daisy. Hey, I'm over here. Come on. Stop focusing on the front. Let's have a laugh. Who's this? This Gundam guy? Normally he comes for me. No, no it isn't. Unit 3. The other guy upstairs can't hit me because of me being a little bit too close to the scenery there, so he can't aim down, so he has to move from his position. Oops, Daisy. Oh. Let's just move again there. Double hop. It's okay, he didn't get me with the downswing. And he just wasted that. Downswing. And I'm still alive. Let's check chat. My game crashed. Ali says, oof, my sides. I enjoyed that one. Who said you had to use blades in this thing? Seriously, let's give that one to Heavy. And who was in the Unit 3? Oh, Van Man. Give that one to Leo as well for taking me out at the beginning, seriously. I was messed up. There we go, win 20 battles. Good game everyone, by the way. We'll rotate now. Gundam guy says, I wasn't aiming at you, I was going for your sniper. Counter-sniping? Possibly, yeah. Rumor Warrior says, so I dropped GPO2 and I adore it. Audio says, I'm ready for the next one, I've added you. Right, let's see here. I'm gonna need to get people in. Oh, I actually thought I'd do terrible in that one, but apparently not. Let's just check my... Because I thought I was gonna get hard counted there. Hang on, let's see. I'm trying to just check for friend requests. I didn't expect to get that many grenade kills, but when I'd seen all these people on low health, I was just like, oh, I'll just throw people with a couple of grenades and see what happens. Right, we'll do... Instead of that, we'll do basic this time. Actually, no, we'll do ace. We'll do it on city again. Right, we'll do it as a 450. We'll go private. And we'll get people in. John, I need you to send me a party invite. Josh C says, please invite Alex Joyce. Okay, let's see here. Let's see who we have online, because I need to get John in here as well. Right, so, let's see. We got Boaty, following people, getting invites. Boaty, Eggsram, oh god, let's have Harley in here. Heavy, Audio, John, Kaiser, Leo again, just to balance this out a little bit. Riku, because we got Gundam Guy, Phase Shift, and then had to do Alex Joyce. I've got to invite that one now. Hang on. Right, invite. I might have to add here because I can't see that one on my friends list. So while we're waiting for everybody here, I'll just add. Where is it? Well, let's see. Mutual 9 friends. That's probably the one that I'm going to send a friend request to. Hope it's the right one. Okay, friend request sent, and I need to get in the party with John here. You've been invited to a party. Join. Alright, John.
Hey, sorry
Dude.
about that, I was just posting.
It's cool, dude. Did you see that that last game? Oh, I'm happy about that.
Did you wreck shop?
I wrecked a little bit by just throwing grenades with the Pixie, because you know who needs beam daggers when you got grenades. Seriously, it was this suit might as well just have the grenades and the bullpup. I was just going absolute ham with the grenades. Seeing like a load of people that just happen to be in the right place at the right time, which is exactly how you want to play the Pixie. You know, you just wait for a little bit, mess around, see if you can take out their snipers, and then by the time you come back, everybody's on low health. You're just like, oh, okay, fair enough. You know, this will be good. Next minute, everybody's just dying to a couple of grenades. It's just like, oh my god, I don't even have to use the beam daggers. Why risk getting countered when you're flagging your moves a bit too much? When instead you can just shoot and grenade everything. So had a lot of fun doing that. Like, I just figured like most people now are getting used to me playing certain suits. So, or rather playing certain suits a certain way. So it's like, instead of playing the Pixie where everybody knows I'm just going to try and get backstabs with it, why bother when I can just play it a different way when they've never seen me really do it before? You know? So it's like, okay, this works. Randomized completely. Leo, you and me are on the same team, and I think Harley and Heavy are on the same team, so this is going to be good.
I'm gonna die. Did you use your Blue Destiny yet?
Not yet. Gundam Guy says waiting for my invite. Dude, I invited like everybody else. I'm rotating it around. You're not going to get in absolutely every single game. I read that because it just says waiting for my invite, ... It reads as if, you know, I've said something offensive or done something offensive to me, you know, to everyone anyway. I'm just like, no, I'm just rotating. You know, I've not done anything wrong there. I know people are asking for invites, but it doesn't mean I'm gonna, like, invite every single time. I'm just trying to rotate so everybody comes in because we've got that many people online.
Just don't worry about it, everyone will get their turn.
I know, right?
Just wait for your turn.
Oh. Young says, what about grenade daggers? Melody is mean, don't worry, Gundam Guy, says Young. Track Mix says, what does that mean for me? Wait, what? Great, my PS4 just shut off. I have no clue. I thought you said you'd invite Riku because I'm in. Sorry, misheard. Honestly, I just looked through the list and just went, okay, there we go. I think I was meant to do that the last time because Riku was in. I'll get you both in the next one. Like, definitely, right? We'll get Gundam Guy, Riku, and John in at the same time because commentary with John.
I have a Gundam stream about the Canadian or me.
Yeah.
The Canadian's working, you have to deal with me.
The Canadian's working, so we have to get the other Brit in here that doesn't like tea.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm just gonna have to ship you like a bunch of Yorkshire tea for a laugh.
No.
just be like, John, when's your birthday? And just buy you like a ridiculous amount of tea.
So just up to my ears and tetly. I don't want them in my tetly tea. Oh.
Hello, somebody just give the position away there. It's like I was saying before, you know, with the sniping on stream, I don't know whether you heard it, but I was saying, like, if you snipe with beam weapons, the only problem you have is you can give away your position really easily. And people will just trace the shots. So it's like I did that before to trace the sniper back so I could find out where he was. Well, let's see what's going down here. Everybody else is... Everybody else is having a bit of a fun time here. Oh, there is a Hidolph in the background. That's Kaiser.
Could have gone Hidolph.
Ooh, there we go. Right, I just helped Leo there. Not that he needed it. There's the Hidolph again. I need to get out of that thing's way. I don't know why, I just feel like super aggressive today on this game.
That's good.
Nah, it really isn't. I'm getting that whole feeling of just I want to crush somebody on this. I don't think I've ever had that before. It's just like, come on, I need to be more aggressive. See if it works.
Have a good day.
Fine, you know. Just chilling. For most of it, and then I get on this and I'm like, I just need to crush somebody.
I don't notice all in Minecraft, that's pretty much the...
I think it's because I've not played anything else today, so I've not worked off any frustration I might have, and instead it's just all getting taken out on this.
Yeah, just because speaking of frustration, we might be boxing right near the base.
Yeah, we might be a little bit too close to the base here.
I'm backing off. I need to repair anyway.
I was trying to get a hit on Harley then. Yeah, definitely backing off now. There's like 5 suits here. Oh, I think that's Harley anyway.
If it's all white.
Yeah, I thought Harley changed colour schemes a while back.
Well, she was all in an all-white colour scheme yesterday.
I think that was heavy. I just got in the back there. Bounty, run!
I don't think my body liked it when I stayed up till 4 AM. Because as I was working on my thing, just suddenly I just tasted something weird in my mouth, like
yeah,
and there was a bit of sharp pain. But my just touched it, and there was just a river of blood was coming out. I was like, oh wow.
Oh, that's messed up.
Yay. But I've still technically got a baby tooth.
Huh.
It was around there, still sore. I'm in my 20s and I still got a baby tooth. Yay.
Is that a sniper? Kind of looks like it. Wonder how many supports they've got.
Well, I count 2 so far. Like a Dolphin and a whole gun tank.
The gun tank's gone. Just got it with a cannon. Cannon followed with a rifle shot.
I think on this map they've done a Gundam deathly chance because of the close quarter nature of the map.
Dude, I need rapid reloader level 3. It'd just be stupid with the Pale Rider.
Oh, and the cannon, yeah.
I don't know who that was, but they're going to take some damage there before they come around the corner.
But if they come around the corner, just be careful not to stand up.
Let's have a laugh.
You try and draw them around the corner.
Oh no! Oh, gotta hit Leo there. I've got to make up for that. Sorry, Leo. Sorry. Oh. I missed slightly with the cannon and hit Leo in the back, so I had to make up for it by trying to take not the kill, but just some of the damage off him, or at least try and save him from getting hit again.
well, the Gym Custom has 2 dodge rolls.
Does it?
If that's the suit I'm looking at, then yes.
Kai's is in the Hidalfa and is on low health
Yeah,
here.
it does. Come back here. I'm not having a talking with you yet.
Excuse me! Oh, I thought I was going to be able to move and melee there because I was backing up Leo. I got taken out by Riku. Did you ever get your time free tokens? Says Ed. Yeah, I spent them already. We spent them the other day getting the BD3. I've got to...
He's wanting those tickets badly.
let's see. Dark Raven says, I look forward to the next match. No problem, get you in. Kaiser says, worst possible time to be the ace. Told you, dude, all this time in these different suits is really helping. Like, I just need to get better with the cannon on this. Like, I remember Nova saying about aiming for the torso. It's because whenever I played, like, what, a couple of months of weapons rack. And because you play weapons rack differently, I'm so used to that cannon that it's so stupid. Whenever I miss shots now, I'm just like, come on. No. It's because... the reason I say it's different is because the splash damage. Because the splash damage definitely gives you a different reason to aim somewhere else. You know, because the splash damage, you aim near the legs, you get a hit no matter what. As long as you're within, like, a foot or two of the legs. Whereas with this one, there's no splash damage. It's basically you either get a shot or you miss and feel like an idiot. You know. So... unfortunately, it means you've got to aim for the biggest part of the body, and if you miss, it just makes you feel like a complete moron.
Okay, there's free support.
Oh, I got Kaiser. Oh boy, falling back, and I'm gonna get chewed up here. Don't know who this is that's chasing me, but I don't like you. So...
he doesn't like you in Minecraft.
Thanks, Leo. No offense to the person that was actually chasing me. You're just chewing my health up and I don't like it at all. Oh no, I got counted. I ran straight into that. Ah. Let's see who it was. Oh, Riku. Yeah. When I say I don't like, it's what I mean by that is just I don't like being chased and having my health bar being ripped apart, you know.
Yeah. Got to tell him to switch shoes.
Can we do a 400 next, says Joshua. Yeah, sure. I mean, this was a 450, so it's not too much. I'm giving that one to Riku for just chewing through my health there. I'll give that one to Leo. Leo, I am so sorry about that shot before, dude. Yeah, like I was saying before, it's kind of the same thing that I do with, you know, like suits on GB3. Whenever I'm in this and I make comments, it's not so much about the actual people that are controlling the suits. It's more, I just see everybody as just suits rather than players once we're in, you know, because I'm focused more on what's going on with the actual machines themselves. So if I'm saying like, oh god, I don't like this, it's primarily because like with Riku, didn't even know it was Riku. To me, it was just a Gundam with a machine gun that was chewing through me. I'm just like, nope, don't like this, you know.
No like.
So yeah, was crazy. Yeah, it's that whole thing with GB3. I don't see suits made by people as, you know, actual people controlling them. It's robots. It's the mindless robots that I just mash up for the sake of it.
The AI that you just
yeah.
get.
Oh, right, let's see. Boaty, Bright Noah, Eggsram, Gundam Guy, John, Audio, let's see, Riku, Dark Rider, and Robinator for this one. We'll try and keep rotating here. Leo says, I admit I was tempted to downswing after that. So sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean it. Devicia says, goes Hades, thus reducing defenses, grants the player the ability to beat him up. I was trying to get my legs back. My legs and I think my head as well. They'd been damaged like not 35%, 45% or more, I think it was. And it was just like, I want them repaired. Because like everybody was saying about the whole repair thing. I noticed it like yesterday, I think it was, just the ability to just get everything repaired again. And I was like, oh, I can use that sometimes. But yeah, the bad part is it lowers your defenses.
They were going after your lunch money.
Audio says, that was my very first match, had no idea what was going on. Okay, so bottom left, if you see it say ace, we're just after the person that gets designated the ace on the map with an ace above the head. If there's no ace, normally it's just bomb the base. So we just fight over the bombing area. Okay, so some people haven't come in here. Let's get double side and all of them in to replace. See who actually comes in here.
Riku.
Yeah, Riku's in because I invited Gundam guy as well. There we go. So who we got in here? The last one. There's all of them. Okay. John, I'll put you and me on the same team here just so it's easier for commentary.
We are the Brick Brotherhood.
Totally not rigged. I say totally not rigged. Like, Exram and Boaty could easily just kill me here, so... Boaty especially. And Exram as well. I think was it yesterday where Exram was kicking my butt and I was just like, no, go away. I can't remember.
Take your spleen.
It was recently, and then Dark with his camphor.
Oh.
Thanks for the invite, says Joshua. No problem. This game needs in-game tutorial for people about ace matches. People just forget about it a lot, you know.
Kind of. I'm not sure if there is in the information girl. There's got all those training matches. I don't know if ace is among them.
What it needs to do is, you know, in between the times where it shows the sortie and then it's loading, on loading times, I think what it needs to do is put a big card on screen that reminds you what you're playing. So it says this is an ace match, or you know, as you're falling in, it like maybe a UI element comes on and says ace, destroy enemy robot. You know, because it would make it a heck of a lot easier. Because we saw that yesterday where people were forgetting like, oh, we're playing ace, and then next minute they're gonna try and bomb the base. I mean, I've been guilty of that before. You know, so I just feel like if they had something like that in, it'd be a little bit easier for people to keep track of what's going on. You know.
I think those were randoms though.
Yeah, I think a few of them were random, but I also think one of them was newly added recently. That's why, because I've done the same in the past where I've ran for the base and then went, wait a minute, this isn't bomb the base. You know.
Oh, funny times. Funny times.
Young says, hey idiots, this match. Yeah, basically. Corsair says, hey Moody, hello. Exram says, you think too highly of me, Moody, I'm just an average guy. No. Moody trying to go bomb the base in an ace match is hilarious. Whoa, what's going on here with the downswings? What's going on? It's okay, no downswings. No friendly downswings, let's just go. Oh god. There's a Nacht coming through the tunnels. John, watch it.
Trying to kill me a Nacht. I'm going next on thing.
It's either that way or on the hill.
Yeah, it's in here.
Right, come in. Is it running from you?
No, it's trying to engage me.
Hi.
Nice. Oh, nice. No.
Close range.
Uh-oh.
Close range with the cannon there. Ouch!
That was nasty. That was so nasty.
The first thing it sees when it comes around that corner again is just me with the underslung cannon. Oof.
Oh, I didn't even know he was going for a melee hit. Sorry, Bodhi.
John, behind you.
Yeah, I see it.
Get out there. Yeah, I got you back.
Oh, my legs are
Got you back. We're good?
I'm gonna get out of it. My legs are dead.
Yeah, I'll fall back here. That BD3, I just took half its health off. The Nact is coming back in as well. I got 5 seconds before I reload my cannon again. BD3's here now. Oh, right.
I'm just getting my legs.
Go! Ooh. 20 seconds before it reloads again. He's falling back, giving me time to reload here. You alright there?
Yeah, just get my legs so they can move.
Alright, I got the front.
There we go.
Got him! Baited him by dropping that line on stream. Right, go for him. I'm behind him now. Bye. That was nasty. Oh.
Great. Oh, that's I'm sorry.
Oh. That was really nasty of us there.
Oh, they're running 2 stun suits into the tunnel.
Oh, gotta reload. Love the quick reload on this now. Like 20 seconds instead of 30 makes a heck of a lot of difference. Dude to your left.
I'm up.
Yeah, I know, I see you. I'm dropping downward. Joshua is. Oh, Joshua was. Boaty's here. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Right, let's try.
I am a devil.
Close. Oh!
When you had a dark friend says, how has no one got a single kill yet? And then he kills them.
I think I'm going to be dead here. Iframes are just about kicking in. Need backup. Oh, there we go. Dark Ravens says, damn it, Mooney. Melody hacks, says Young. Oh god, I still love that. That airstrike has got to be one of the better things I've ever done in this game. Apart from like the million matches where I just bombed all the bases at the beginning of learning this game. No.
The golden time for the Melody match.
Did I get that then? No, I missed by an inch. Dude, Boaty's right next to you, I think. Is that you up top?
No, I'm down below.
Sniper's getting picked on by Boaty, and the Nact.
Well, the Nact's gone. Away. Oh, but
Boaty! Oh, there we go.
Enemy number 1.
Everyone just ran at him there from a... Hey, Joshua. I wouldn't help, but I've got to keep the front. John, your G-line is chewing up that suit there. Oh, so's the cannon. There we go. There we go. Dude, left up top where the sniper is.
Who's number 3? Alex is doing most of the damage right now. I've got that at the end.
Dude, I'm loving the Pale Rider now. Today's one of those days where it's just magical for no reason.
Today's the day when you're having a good day. Ow.
Yeah, I'm having a good day and I'm enjoying it as well. Sniper up top with their ace as well. Their ace is on just above half health.
Whoops.
Oh, can't make it, can't make it. Wait a minute.
Stop shooting
Knocked,
me.
knocked, knocked at our base. You know, in the caves.
Yeah. Ow. Someone kept shooting me in the
No.
back.
Come on. You want to fight with me while I'm having a good day? Come on.
No one beats Moody on his day.
Honestly, I just soloed that knocked, no problem. I hit it with a cannon and it stood no chance afterwards. Oh, feel sorry for whoever that was. Here's where I'll be apologising in stream later on. Wait, who was that? I'm so sorry. Oh, the race is in the cave. Give me 10 seconds. Hi. Okay. Right, I got 27 seconds left here.
Oh, damn it, one of them.
Ooh! Ooh! No! Yes! Oh, I thought I had no thrust left. I missed a shot with a cannon. The race came in. I genuinely didn't even bait it, but it was actually a good setup. I missed. The ace came in to get me, and I managed to land a counter at the right time. And I was in Hades, so it just finished it off. Oh! And then I just got another kill on somebody that was sniping on low health.
Oh,
Jeez! Oh, this is brutal! There's the Nag, there's the Nag. My suit's messed up and I'm...
bullying people, Melody.
I'm sorry, I'm sorry. I'm having a good day. It's fun. Six, Joshua, watch out. Boaty's above you. Let's switch it up here.
That was my shield.
I'm trying to get both of you. My radar is totally shot, so if I get wrecked now, it'll be my own fault. Oh, yep, there we go. That's the knock. Oh! How the heck did I survive that with lack of defense? Iframes. I don't think this Nox is happy with me. No, he wasn't. Who was it? Let's have a look. I want to see who that was. I want to see who that was, because genuinely the only reason I got killed there is because my suit was a wreck at the end. You know, because of Hades being turned off. Let's see. Oh, it was X-Ram! I'm so sorry, X-Ram! Oh. Let's see, let's give that one. Dark was our ace, I think. Oh.
Yeah. You kept shooting me in the back.
Oh. Let's see what happens here in chat. Gundam Guy says, damn it, Moody, give us something. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. There you go, Moody. Nice move. Come on, the latency. I did terrible. Thanks for the matches, Moody. See you next time, says Josh C. No problem. You know. Oh, I'm so sorry about that one, X-Ray. Joshua says, gotta get my hair cut. I'll be back in like 20 minutes or something. It's cool. It's cool.
It's cool. We'll be going on till midnight.
Oh, right, let's... Wait, what? let's rotate again. Here's where I get my ass handed to me now. What's the... Oh.
I need to win one more battle and I got the pilots.
There's something in the way there, like next to my feet. I'm there kicking it. I realise it's a load of files from doing Gunpla stuff.
What do you mean Gunpla stuff? Yeah.
You know, I think Americans call them sanding sticks, basically, you know, just files for filing stuff down.
Yeah.
I just had a bunch of them for filing some stuff down to make my custom parts for my shield bits. Right, let's do bomb the base, but we'll do it as a... Oh, yeah, sorry, not ace, sorry. Bomb the base, and we'll do it on port for 450. Special rule, private, I'll rotate it now. What do you expect from Moody's gang of bullies, says Devicia. Your counter kicked in like 2 seconds after I hit you on my end, says the Dark Raven. Oh.
Yeah, that's latency.
That's latency. I've had that before where it's messed me up when I've been doing like melee stuff. Right, Boaty. Let's see. I invited Bright Noah before, but he didn't come in. Boaty, double side. Eggs Ram again. Harley, heavy. Audio, John. Because Harley's in, we need Leo in to balance it out. Kaiser. Let's see. The Dark Rider and the Dark Raven. Right, invite's been sent out. Oh wait, no.
To win one,
didn't I say I was going to get Gundam Guy and Rico in the next one?
Gundam Guy, yes, because he beat me in the last one.
I'll have to get him in the next one. Sorry about that, Gundam Guy. I'm really sorry. I'll get you in the next one, dude. What I'll do is I'll put him in Rico in the next two after this.
Yeah. I think all I need now is I need to win one more battle and I need to play 10 matches.
Riku says, gotta go, have fun.
He abandoned us.
Hexram says, even after everything that happened, I had a good match. I have a feeling I'm not on his Christmas card list now. Here, hang on, let's try and get Gundam Guy in here again. Is he... No, wait a minute, is he actually still in? No, he's disappeared, that's why I couldn't get him in. He's disappeared from the list. Already? Okay. That's unfortunate. Nug says, I don't mind dropping out for Gundam Guy. Him and Riku aren't in here anymore, just the Toll, so those 2 slots are free. Which is unfortunate, but, you know, we gotta film up, so... I messed up. I messed up. Yeah, if they come back, you know, by all means, they're welcome to join. I just messed up because I said about the next match. Did I get Leo in to balance out Harley here? Yeah, I did, but Leo's not in, I don't think. Or am I blind here? I might be blind. I'm probably blind. Let's invite Leo. Oh, Gundam Guy says, gotta go to bed. It's fine, it's cool. Let's read chat here. Corsair says, if I wasn't in work, I'd join. It's cool. One of the dailies is defeat a rival, says Dark Raven. Yeah. Double Side says, so I was taking time to practice using the Gundam with a hyper hammer in space. I gotta say, it's impractical, but not impossible. Leo's coming now, says Harley. It's cool. Sword combat is a lot more enjoyable than shooting the weapons, says Audio. You might be inclined to pick raid types then. Right. I'm gonna randomize it here. As long as Harley and Leo aren't on the same team, then oh, this is interesting.
You say this. Oh, but if we say, you say this and they're on the same team, but no, they're not.
They're not. It's Leo, Bothi, Yumi, and then the Dark Rider and the Dark Raven. The Dark Boys. That's literally what it is. The Dark Boys.
Feel the edge in the air.
Oh. Yeah, last night, like I was saying before in stream, John, I don't know whether you saw it, but I was compiling footage for the Mobile Gundam Breaker video that I'm going to put out, and I put it through VLC to try and convert the footage, and VLC just wasn't having it. So basically, I've got to re-record it again, but it's no big deal. It's just annoying me. Yeah, I had like a script done, I had all the footage ready for Vegas, and they're thinking I can just put it into Vegas and I'm done, because we don't have After Effects anymore because of it being a little bit too pricey. So it's just like, okay, we got Sony Vegas on a deal, I think it was at one point, like the 14th version of it or something. So it's like, okay, I'll learn how to use Vegas. Got used to using that for some other part of another project that I had going. And then it's like, I'll cut this all together, get it done, and then tomorrow morning it can go out and everybody can watch it or whatever. And VLC was just like, nah, I ain't converting any footage. I'm sat there for like 3 hours trying to convert it. It's there like, do you want to overwrite this file? I'm like, yes, just click OK. Clicked OK. VLC like half an hour later is like, do you want to overwrite this footage? I'm like, what? I had one point where I'm watching the load screen. It must have been like 2, 3 in the morning. I'm like, I should be in bed by now. And honest to God, I nodded off at my desk, and then I realised and woke up, you know, like when you shock yourself awake again.
Yeah.
And I'm like, whoa, this is bad, what's the time? And then I'm looking at it, and VLC's still not produced any other files, and it's just like, do you want to overwrite your footage? I was like, screw this, and then just closed everything down and just went mad. You know, like, I'll deal with this tomorrow. Young says, the dark dimension. I need him to make more videos. Pro's just so funny. But yeah, I had a laugh at Mobile Gundam Breaker because it's basically as bad as I thought it would be, apart from the simple fact that they don't include all the gacha into one roll like Overwatch does, you know, like I was afraid they might do.
Yeah.
Instead, they break up the gacha, but yeah, it's basically you can't do anything without the gacha.
Well, that game's dead.
Yeah, I did actually end the original audio by saying I think this game will be dead on arrival, or at least within the first month. Or, 6 months. So, what happens is, the game uses what they call Halo chips, which is a premium currency. If you die while doing a mission, you have to pay 50 of these Halo chips to respawn. And if you don't respawn using Halo chips, it says you'll get a what translates in Google Translate, because we have to use that for most stuff at the moment. Google Translate says that your suit will have a gap in endurance and mobility or something, or controls, and I took that as just, if you don't use Halo chips, you get debuffed.
It's like
right?
Candy Crush, but worse.
Yeah, so basically, you get debuffed if you don't use premium currency to respawn, and it lasts for the remainder of the session, so I think it's as long as you keep playing, the debuff just keeps, applying to your suits. On top of that, the premium currency also is required for the gacha. And what's even worse is, during levels, you don't get given parts for suits. You do get experience, which then levels up the parts for the suit that you're using. But apart from that, you don't actually gain any parts whatsoever. You have to get them in the gacha, which is crazy. But then, as well as that, what you end up having is this whole deal of, during a level, you will be given a certain other currency. I don't know what it is, because they don't actually show it off in the video. They'll show you this, what they call these Halo credits, or these Halo chips, but they don't actually show you them using the other currency that you get from completing a level. So, in one of the interviews that they've done with, Dengeki, the interviewer is like, it's a very early progress build at the moment, so there's other ways of getting suits in game, but the video clearly doesn't show that. It just shows using Halo chips. So it's like, well, what is it? Is there another way of getting suits? Are you just saying that to make it look good, or is it all respawn with Halo chips, or get debuffed, and do you have to use these to roll for new parts? Because you should see it, the actress that they've got on, I think she's doing voiceover work for either the game or the promotional videos and stuff like that, but she rolls for parts, and you can see it. The opening event that they've got for her is to get parts from the new Gundam, and they show off the suit, and they show you the potential of what parts you can get, and the parts that she's rolling for can go up to level 80. So it's like, wait, what? This is ridiculous.
Pay to win, basically.
Yeah, it looks like pay to win. But what happens is, I feel sorry for that suit there. What happens is, she rolls and she gets the new Gundam's head and the new Gundam's fin funnel backpack, and the rest she gets are for the Alex, the Palace Athene, I think it is, and another couple of suits, and she's clearly not happy with what she got. And then after this, she rolls for characters as well, AI characters. And you can clearly hear shouting, I want Amuro, because she's got the new Gundam parts and because it's part of the promotion. And she's like, I want Amuro! And she gets Christine, I think it is, the pilot of the Alex. And then she gets Jared Messer twice. And then she gets another guy, I can't remember, he looks really weird. He's in a black jumpsuit or whatever. Looks really weird. I don't know who that character is. She gets Jared Messer. She gets, Ina's brother from 8th Team. The one that pilots the Opsilus. She gets Ina's brother twice. And then I'm trying to remember who else she gets, but she doesn't get Amuro, and it's just you can tell by the end of the video, she's pulling the whole thing of, I have to promote this, so I'm going to smile, but she's clearly not happy with it. And throughout this entire video, they show off training missions, they show off free battle or whatever, and a little bit of the storyline, how that works. That's fine. The training missions, the combat looks fine. You can't get, so far, I keep saying, you can't get more than 5 suits on screen. I've seen up to about, in total, 6 units at the same time on screen. and then the rest of it is obviously showing off the training matches to show how the suits work and the auto mode and the manual mode. And then, like I said, the last portion of it is just showing off the gacha for like 5 minutes and being like, oh, it's gacha! And the thing is, not even the Japanese are really happy about this from what it looks like, because you can have the live chat on at the same time from YouTube, and I had that translated, and a couple of people in the well, more than a couple of people in the live chat were just like, gacha, are you kidding me? You know, and stuff like that. And then it's like, oh, well, there goes all my money, and comments like that. And it's just like, you can tell they're not exactly excited for this gacha game. So, not looking good. Not looking good at all.
No, it's not looking good for that game. I think in comparison, GBO would be the goddamn best game of the year.
Yeah, compared to GBO, like, GBO is an absolute godsend with the way that it does gacha and stuff. Like I said, I still don't know how the different currencies in that work, because like I was saying, they've got the premium currency, which is Halo chips. But the other currency, you can actually see in-game, after the actress completes a free mission, she gets experience, and then she gets levels for her individual parts, and then she gets, on top of that, she gets 2,000 of another currency, which is indicated with a different icon, which is a pile of coins. And I'm like, okay, what's that currency? Is it going to be allowed to get, like, free parts for suits or whatever? Because you never see her awarded with any parts like a traditional Breaker game. So I'm like, okay, so this currency has to be used somewhere else, but where? And I'm having a look through it throughout the entire video, and all these show is Halo chips. So she gets 2,000 of this random credit thing, or whatever it is, and they never show off where to use it. So if they wanted to alleviate people's worries, you know, about pay to win or pay to customize, by you know, saying like, look, this currency is used for buying parts from other areas in the game or whatever, they could have done that and it would have alleviated all my worries, and I would have been like, oh, it's okay, it's like GBO, you know, you just have to use this currency somewhere else and you're fine. But no, instead it's just like, they give this interview with this other guy and go, it's okay, you don't have to worry about it because you can get suit parts any other way. But it's like, you've not shown us any other way apart from paying to get the suit parts. You know, so how does this alleviate my worry?
Yeah, they just failed on that point.
So like I said, I'm going to do the video for it where I actually go through it and show it off as it's going on, because up till now, you can only take my word for it, you know, but it just looks like it when you're watching this happen in game. It's just so messed up. Let's see what chat says. Okay, so rolling back in chat here. Mobile Gundam Breaker looks better than new Gundam Breaker, says Double Side. For me, who is 100% it. That's saying a lot when Mobile Gundam Breaker looks better than a console game. Let's see. Young says bamboozled. Young says can't wait to hear more pro in Borderlands. Am I getting screaming in the background? Gundam Guy says there are those gacha addicts. Yeah, that's true. They got people that will be complete addicts to gacha stuff. Young says, well, they really don't want this game to live long. Yeah. Joshua says, I'm back, can I get in the next game? Yeah. Kaiser says, that's Waddle's pilot, I believe. Something like that. I'm going to have to check that. The Mecha Man Tucker O'Donnell says, Amro comes out as an early pre-order reward. Yeah, but in this video, they specifically have Amuro as an event, like with the new Gundam. I haven't seen gacha this bad since FGO, says Tokusatsu Keyblade. Dark Raven says, God, that was a trash game. Young says, don't worry about it. We worry... worry meter skyrockets. Devisu says, well, that sounds mildly worrisome. Is Waddle slowly becoming Gundam's new mascot? I mean, he might be.
Yeah. I think it's been the mascot since GBO 1.
Right, we'll do...
Oh, I mean, overall. Nah.
We'll do a restricted match. Ace on Desert now. We'll do all Zaku 1s, because people were saying they want a silly match, so we'll do one Zaku 1 one. But yeah, like I said to people in chat, if you want more info about this, I'm going to put out a video about it that shows it rather than me just talking about it and telling you why I'm worried about it. You'll have the same, more or less, stuff that I've already said just in that video with actual footage to give you context, and then I'm going to give you actual links to the interviews and the YouTube video of it just so you can make up your own mind on it, because it just looks really, really crazy at this point in terms of being worried about it, you know. It's like there's dropping a game for the Western market and being like, okay, this will be cool, people will get invested in it, and then there's dropping a game and being like, yeah, we don't expect this to do well, we just want to make money back from NGB's sales. You know, I swear it's all down to that, man. I honest to God swear they're just trying to make up for NGB sales by putting this thing out. You know.
Additional DLC, like, apart from like the Break Edition, like release the Break Edition, then release more DLC, and then oh, there you go, money.
Yeah. No, it'd be easy money, especially, like, imagine they port Breaker 1, 2, and 3 to PC on Steam and put them at, like, 20 a pop or 30 a pop, even though they've been out for years. I would still pay that at this point. I would, like, yeah. they turn around and say, oh, we're releasing the Breaker collection on PC. You're going to be able to play Breaker 1, 2, and 3, and you're gonna have to pay, like, 30 a pop for them. I'd still pay out for those games. I'd buy Breaker 3 again just to go back through it. You know, it's no problem. It's no problem when the game is fun. Like, I mentioned a line in the Mobile Gundam Breaker video before it ended up screwing up. But the line that I put in there was something along the lines of, I wouldn't mind this game if it didn't gut the entire core premise of Breaker and Gunpla building and go against everything that they set up at the beginning of this promotional video. Because the promotional video is there to get you hyped about the game. It's 40 minutes long, and throughout the entire thing, they're showing it off, and it looks pretty nice. Like I said, at the end, the last 5 minutes is gacha, and the first 2 minutes is establishing what they want the game to be, and you'd think a dev would stick to it and be like, okay, this is what we want the game to be, we'll base it all solely around that, and that's fine, you know, turning around and sticking to the guns in terms of like making the game enjoyable for players, something like that. But what ends up happening is, at the beginning, they turn around and their two core goals for this game are, one, and this is the funniest one, they talk about how they want everybody to have a personalised Gunpla for it, you know, and how they want it to be really cool and everybody to show off their own Gundams and stuff like that. So they obviously want it to be, well, people to be some sort of personally invested in it. That's probably so that they can get more out of them on the gacha, to be honest. Remember, guys, Waddles only for... oh, wait, no, it's not. Not Waddles only, sorry. It's Zaku 1 only for this one. Zaku 1, Machine Gun only. I messed up there. I was too busy ranting about this game. But yeah, no. What happens is, they mention they want it to be personal. So they promote the whole thing of customization at the very beginning. They're like, we want it to all be custom, we want it to be personal, we want people to be invested in it. And then the second thing they say is they want it to be simple and be able for people to play it on the go. And I'm like, okay, let's see where this goes. And they go through the entire thing and they have me. Some bits look really watered down, and I'm like, okay, they still kind of have me with this at the moment. Where's the gacha stuff? And I said to Jen, like, I was going through the footage earlier on in the day, and I'm saying to Jen, like, look, I'm looking like a hawk here for anything that says about currency, because you just know that'll let it down, you know. And then next minute, bang, they bring out the gacha stuff, and it's like, you have to pay to respawn, you have to pay to build, essentially. And it's like, yep, no, you lost me there, game, you lost me, you lost like 90% of your fan base. You know, when...
Well done, Bender.
When they market it in such a way that you think, okay, this is going to be something that a builder or someone that's already fan of the Breaker series will get into, and you want them to be that much invested that they'll get a personalised suit out at the end of it and then be tweeting it and be like, look, there's my personal suit, here we go, you know, kind of thing. That's what they want out of it. But to then top it off and turn around and go, yeah, if you want to do that, you've got to basically pay us until you eventually roll the parts that you want. It's like, no, I ain't falling for that, you know.
That's just scummy.
It's just really messed up. Let's see here. I'd break a collection full price, says Nevo. See, I'm doing their own marketing here for them. Can we do Waddles only for the next one? Yeah. Get the feeling you're gonna have this on your mind for quite a long time, says DJ Trap Mix. I mean, I had the same with New Gundam Breaker. You know, like, this channel, I would say, has been built on originally me doing 3D animations, and then after that, it was me turning around and saying, like, look, I enjoy Gundam, but I'm not paying for New Gundam Breaker because it looks pretty trash before it launched. And sure enough, you know, that gained some traction. All I was trying to do was warn people that you might not want to pay out for something that's bad. You know, and I've even though I've said this game is fun, which it is, I've never once endorsed microtransactions in this. So why would I go into another situation where I can warn people and be like, look, you might not want this because it's deliberately targeting you if you happen to fall for this stuff already, you know, and you might have to pay way more. Why would I go ahead and endorse actions like that for another game? It's just, it's not logical. I'm going to come out if games are bad like that, and I'm going to turn around and be like, guys, you might want to save your money. You know, because I sure as hell wouldn't spend my money on that type of a game. And if I can save somebody else from wasting their money, then by all means, I'm going to put videos out and be like, whatever you do, do not waste your money on this thing. Because it's not worth it. Because devs will listen more if the wallet is hurting. You know, and I just think that's way more effective, hitting them in the wallet so that they understand we don't want games like this, just make another Breaker game that's good. You know.
I mean, isn't that where the whole term vote with your wallet?
Yeah, vote with your wallet is basically that. It's like I've already mentioned it before, but Jen's mentioned it a couple of times as well. I'm incredibly picky with games. We mentioned it when I said about Monster Hunter World before, where I was like, yeah, I played it for about 2-3 days, couldn't get into it, so I just dropped it. It's the same with some other stuff. If it's not immediately fun for you, or there isn't something to grab you, I'm going to put videos out and mention it and just be like, look, seriously, I don't think this is a wise choice. You know. That's why I mentioned the whole thing about a potential comeback being the Breaker collection, because if they put something like that on Steam, guaranteed you get people more hyped, because they'd be like, oh, this is actually something that we've seen before, but we know it works. And you'd have people on Steam being introduced to it for the first time and being like, okay, I like New Gundam Breaker, but you know what? People have said this one is pretty good, so I guess I'll pay out for it and see what it's like. And then they're like, okay, Breaker 3 is pretty good. Let's try Breaker 2's storyline. Okay, that looks pretty cool. You know, Breaker 1 might not be as amazing now, but Breaker 2 and 3, I have a feeling, would actually sell pretty well. You know.
I mean, Breaker 1 would still be better than New Gundam Breaker.
But yeah, definitely vote with your wallet. You know, I've always promoted stuff that I think is really good on this channel, like Metal Wolf and Hardcore Mecha and Demon X Machina. But I will really go to town on stuff that I think is bad and just happens to be within the scope of stuff that I cover, which is mainly mecha stuff. You know, so if it's mecha and it's bad, it's gonna get a really bad talk point off me. Or I'm just like, nope, don't support, don't bother with it, don't even bother supporting it. It's like, it could be the most amazing franchise in the world, still not going to support it. I mean, why do you think I've not seen any of the new Star Wars films? And I ain't going to tell people to go and watch them, so, you know.
What if someone blindfolded you and took you to see one secret?
Yeah, I mean, you said it the other day. I'm the most stubborn person when it comes to this game and refusing to pay out for the gacha.
Yeah.
Oh. That's,
my sister's dog.
What's that?
Stubborn. I think a lot of dogs are stubborn in this family.
But yeah, it's just, I don't see the point when there's no reason to, you know.
Yeah, that's just it. Yeah, like I said, for it, play it. Hopefully, I mean, there's mainly, obviously, their main market is the Japanese.
The main market is the Japanese, yeah, but it's one of those where they're trying to bring it west. So they got the idea of, well, Pokemon Go was a big hit, so maybe we can do something like that. And sure enough, it looks a little bit like it, but the problem with taking that approach is Pokemon Go, most of the base game was free, and only the optionals were pay to, sort of pay to get anything extra. Kind of like with, yeah, kind of like with Fantasy Star, where Fantasy Star is kind of like pay for any little extras, but you don't need them to enjoy the game. That's the kind of microtransactions that you can actually get behind and enjoy, because if they're not part of the main game, you just don't use them. So, like with this, microtransactions aren't part of the main game. They do give you an advantage, but not an amazing one. So, if you don't want to use them, don't use them. Save your money, get something else.
Don't be a John. Save your money.
I'm not ripping on you, by the way, for that one. I mean, I've told you plenty of times. Just don't. I just hate these companies that try and take advantage, for whaling. Because like Young goes on about it enough, saying like, oh, these companies are terrible. They're using psychological tactics to get you to spend your hard-earned money. It's like, yeah, they are, and it's absolutely disgusting, and it shouldn't be done. I think I take stuff like this a little bit more personally as well, because once you've been on the other side and you've talked to a couple of people, you've met and worked with a couple of nice people, and you're thinking, okay, this is cool. I don't mind this. This is a nice place. Don't really mind it, and you kind of get a little bit proud of your work. To see someone on the opposite side of the aisle turn around and be like, you know what, we can do this just to get as much out of people as you want. It's like, yeah, but is it good? Because if it isn't good, you shouldn't be doing that. It makes you feel really bad, or at least it does for me. Just like, I want to work in a place where we're not doing scummy tactics and we're generally just making fun stuff that people can enjoy, but if you're not doing that, then it just feels kind of scummy.
Well, I mean, we all know at the end of the day, the game company's got to care about people. They can care less about the people who actually buy the game, as long as their shareholders are giving them money.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what happens when something that used to be a hobby turns into a business.
Trying to protect Heavy. I was trying to body block for him, but there's like 5 suits around him that are countering. Oh, there we go, I'm dead. Well, let's check chat here in a moment. Just wait for that game to finish, because that was crazy. I think we lost that one.
No, you won.
Let's, oh, we did. Nice one, team. I was too busy ranting there and taking it personally and just being like, God. Right, let's give that to Heavy, and give that one to John. Who was were you the MVP on yours?
Well, I wasn't the ace, but I did get. I'm the most name on the thingy.
Right, who's the ace on yours?
I don't remember.
Guys, who's the ace on the other team? I'm just waiting for it to pop up in chat.
That match.
I was on autopilot a little bit. Joshua says I was the ace, right? There you go. Always give it to the aces for that one, because those matches can be crazy. Okay, so let's check chat here and go back. I love these silly matches. Yep, there we go. There's Nevo's one. About paying for the full price for the Breaker collection. Right, let's see here. I'm just gonna change up the match again, because the next one is all waddles, and then we're doing serious ones again. Real currency to respawn is common in mobile games. It just depends on how much it takes to respawn. So, to give you an idea, Mobile Gundam Breaker, 150 Halo credits, or Halo chips, sorry, gets you a single roll, and 1,500 gets you a 10 roll, but I don't know how much that is in real-world money. They don't mention it. Obviously, to try and keep people chilled about it. But, yeah, like I said, it takes 50 Halo chips, so, like, a third of a single roll to respawn. And that's per death. So if you die 3 times, you're paying out 150 for each death. For 3 deaths. Let's see here. What will the point limit be for the next match? 200. 200, so I can... we can do basic Waddles match here. There's Eggs Ram. Oh! Gasman's on as well. We'll have to invite Gasman at some point. Audio. So this one is Waddles, melee only, no countering. So Rock'em Sock. Actually, no, we'll get Dart Raven and Dart Rider in again, and then we'll get Sir Rock'em Sock'em and Robinator in the next one.
Rock'em Sock'em Sock'em. Oh no.
Right, let's go Waddles there. I've invited everybody. Right, wasn't it mentioned somewhere that GB3 dev team was dissolved, says Devicia? I'm not too sure. Corsa says, if they're smart, they'll make Breaker 4 and release multiple DLC over years. Do you mind if we do another Zaku 1 match after this, Moody? I need to swap the machine gun loadouts, says Dart Raven. It certainly didn't work out for NGB, says Devicia. That's because they didn't fulfill the promise of releasing constant DLC because they didn't have enough money to support them. Clearly, they said that when they thought, you know what, if we get a ton of money, we can just keep doing this, and basically, we'll be doing it, but it's not as if we're paying anything extra because we've already got the money for it. We'll have been paid that in advance. They thought it'll do that well, and because they didn't get that much money, kind of like with other games that have had the same thing happen, they just then don't get the DLC, and they don't follow through with the commitment. You know, it'd be funny to get it in writing from somebody, like proper writing, and just be like, look, we will fulfill this commitment. I think the only dev team that I've seen that has done that is No Man's Sky, where they've had a really bad launch, they had an absolute terrible return on the money, and then they've just turned around and gone, no, we'll actually commit to this, and as a result, the game's actually started getting better. You know, because they've just dug in and gone, you know what, we kind of admit it was pretty bad, let's add all the stuff that we said we were going to add. You know, it's the only game that I've seen that has sort of a comeback story that can be somewhere along those lines. I'm going to invite more people in a sec, I'm just checking out here. The FTP monetary system targets a small portion of their audience, maybe 2% whales, because they spend most money. This innately makes the practice difficult to free market regulate. Break a collection, but your character's suits and stuff get carried over between games would be nice, says Kaiser. Yes. Or a game that just combines all the levels and missions from all 3 games. That would be cool. Banco doesn't know what to do with IPs anymore. First Digimon and now Gundam, says Gundam Guy.
Just going off what's being said in chat by Heavy and Harley. How about we the next match or match after we do a
themed one?
A themed, yeah, like Fed versus Eon or
yeah.
MS team.
We'll do the MS team, the 8th MS team. Joshua says thanks, Moody. It's no problem, dude. Easton says all stealth suits. That's gonna be interesting. Ethan says, hey buddy, just got off from work, passing through. Nice. Hey Ethan. I like melee matches with no weapons. Gundam fight, ready, go! This is John Smith, fake name. Where's my 550 Waddles? I want to be completely off the radar with whatever it does, says Double Side. Can we get 2 more people in here? Like, who have I not invited yet for Waddles match? I invited Boaty, but I don't think Boaty's coming in for this one. I could be wrong. Let's see. We got Robinator here. Let's try that. Let's see who else we got. We got Ares, Boaty. Let's try Ares. Get Ares in here and see whether Ares works. We'll fill out these 2 slots, and then we'll do the 8th team themed one.
Oh, so nearly done.
How do you do an 8th team match? Basically, we try and make it as closely as possible, so you have like standard Zaku's and then the Goof, and I think what was it, 1 Waddles or something, versus at least 1 gun tank, and then a bunch of ground Gundams and one Easy 8.
Well, I think on the Freddy side of the an Easy 8, a bunch of an Easy 8,
Two
maybe
ground
3
Gundams.
Gundams, and then or you can have like Easy 8, 2 ground Gundams, a ground gym, and then a gun tank.
Yeah, and maybe a gym sniper as well, because they have the one at the end versus the Opsilus.
Depending on who has what, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
But then, also the war rack.
The war rack, yeah. So it'd be like an Easy 8, a war rack, a ground Gundam, the gun tank, the ground gym, and maybe the gym sniper, and then on the other team you've got the Goof Custom, 1 Waddles at least, and then a bunch of Zakus.
And you can make Zaku's. You'd be like Zaku. I mean, there is this, or you use the Zaku commander type. Cause
yeah.
Or,
Trying to wait on who's the last one that we're waiting on here. It might be Boaty or Ares. I've invited everybody here. Hang on, dude. Who's Leo? Are you down for this one, dude? I just heard you then. Seriously, Moody gets the Opsilus as a handicap. The only real problem with the 8th team is the second half of the series, says Devicia. Wait, what? Oh, yeah. There was a Dom, Moody, says Corsair. Okay, so we might be able to have a Dom in there. Bagsy the Ground Gundam, says Joshua. What will the cost be? Probably 300.
Well, 400, because I think the base
weapons rack.
Weapon rack is 400. I think
oh yeah.
I need to check.
We'll have to check based on the costs of the suits. Okay, so just reminding people.
The level 1 is 300. The level 1 round war rack is 300.
Just reminding people here, all Waddles, level 1, no guns, melee only, no counters. It's like when you turn around to somebody and say, okay, Smash Bros. Final Destination, no items, go.
Yeah, it's very nice, that guy, Boaty.
Leo says, MVM. Oh yeah, I see, Boaty's finally joined. That's fine. Leo, I'll get you in the next one.
Yeah, we're doing a Fiend one next. Leo. Doing the 8th MS team.
Doubleside says they should add a mobile armor in this game where one player is a mobile armor and everybody else is versus it. I mean, I'd be down for that.
Yeah, how many people have actually suggested that now?
We've had a lot of people suggesting something like that, or like everybody versus a boss AI that's in a mobile armor or whatever.
It would be cool.
Honestly, I would so love that, even if it was only for like a special event. I know the team's small, but I would so love it if they started introducing stuff like that. You know, where it's like it's a co-op event, and if you have to do it maybe within a certain time limit, and you'll have to work together. That'd be really fun. I think they'd have to do like a test of it first, but because they could easily bring out like the first one being either, because they normally put it in promotional stuff, either everybody versus the Psycho Gundam, or everybody versus the Opsilus or something. I mean, I imagine that would work. Or in space have the what was it, the New Zeal? The New Zeal's the opposite of the GPO-3, I think. You know, the Dendrobium.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I'm trying to remember where it's the New Zeal, the name of the other suit that Gato pilots. Is that you in Trek there?
I mean, it's a strong possibility. That's Bodhi. Sorry, Ben.
There we go. Oh, no, there's Bodhi. I just realised we've been on for ages and it's not been reset yet.
Well, it's gonna be reset in 15 minutes.
Is it? Jeez. Oh no. Ah.
So another 3 matches. Whatever match. After this match, then the next match.
Denicia says, the whole star-crossed lovers plot for 8th team brings the whole thing down. The goof fight is amazing, but the relationship between Shiro and Aina gotta be pretty cringe. I didn't think it was that bad. I'm gonna have to watch it again and see whether my opinion's changed.
He just wants to live. Free Shrek.
I mean, I can imagine. The thing is, Shiro's relationship with Aina develops only when they fight each other. If you noticed, because like they fight each other at the beginning, he saves her purely just because he feels obligated to. Because he's like, okay, I'll just save her because it's a bit nasty just leaving her to die in 0G. Then she gives him her, isn't it her watch?
Yeah.
It's like a pendant. Then the next time is where she's test piloting the Opsilus, and he manages to down it. Then realizes that she's the pilot and goes, "Oops, my bad." And then they start getting more into the relationship side of things.
Sorry to cut in, but Kaiser's shooting at some people.
Wait, what? Kaiser's shooting people?
Apparently, someone on both teams. I don't know who the other one is. Someone on your team and Kaiser on my team. Bad Kaiser, no.
Probably doing it to retaliate against people on my team, I imagine, that are doing it. I don't know who's doing it. But yeah, the second time is where the Opsilus gets downed, and then the relationship grows more personal. And then I think the third time is at the very end. I can't remember. I'm gonna have to watch some Gundam series back. Because I was gonna start doing videos on that kind of stuff where it's like what I remember liking about certain Gundam shows and then go over it and see what everybody else said. But yeah, I'm gonna have to start rewatching stuff. So, I mean, I rewatch Wing Enough for a laugh. I should really go ahead and watch some of the other stuff back, because Wing is like 50 episodes, but you only need to watch about 20 of them. It's bad also, saying that, but
yeah. Also, Kaiser didn't know.
It's fine. It's fine. Oh!
Oops, I had my Vulcans. Aha.
Oh, I got punched in the gut.
Get in.
Ah! Dude, Panda Waddles just wants to go to school, man. Leave him alone.
And Shrek Waddles wants you to get out of his swamp.
Get out of my swamp! You're in desert, though?
Oh yeah, it's a dried up swamp, and there's two Shreks. There's one on your team, one on mine. He's just, the other one's just a very darker coloured, realistic looking Shrek.
No, Leo says, dodging point blank 120mm Zaku MG shots, and then a Zook fired into the face. Ooh.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, no counters or tackles in this, guys, because it just makes it way too easy to just wait for people and then just counter. By not having a counter, it means that we can actively get some good hits in without everybody just countering everybody. Because the person that counters will always win, more or less, because they can just time it right and then away you go. You know.
Whoa! Oh, it's fine. Uh-oh.
It's crazy how many melee hits Waddles can get really quickly.
Yeah, where's the raid?
Oh no, I'm left open to attack it.
Well, X-Ram is, I think it's Thanos Waddles.
Wait, Thanos Waddles?
I think, well, it's all gold, and there's a bit of, I think I saw a bit of purple.
I was gonna say, I do like Waddles matches as well. Apart from them being silly, you get to see everybody's crazy colour schemes that are normally themed after different stuff.
Where's our Donald Trump and Sonic? Oh no, not Donald Trump. Wait, All Might.
All Might and Sonic. We've got the Panda Waddles. We got Shrek.
There's Spyro Waddles somewhere out there.
Oh.
Heavy's member Waddles.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Hi. Oh no!
Uh-huh.
That moment where you do a forward roll and go for the downswing and it just about stops short. It's like that. It's like that moment in the first Pacific Rim film where Gypsy Danger punches through the office, and then it stops just at the what was it, Newton's Cradle or something?
Did you say the opening scene?
No, that one scene.
It's a fight scene between what's the name of the kaiju? Otaku, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. Originally, actually, that scene was meant to be the start of the film, and it wasn't meant to be Otaku, it was meant to be Knifehead. In that scene.
I do like the first Pacific Rim. I like the amount of detail they went into with it, you know, making everything feel weighty and realistic.
I did like the sequel, but I don't connect the two together.
Yeah.
Like, one's meant to be like more realistic, and the other one's more like alternate universe in my eyes. A bit more animated.
Yeah. I mean, I can see where they were going with the whole anime-esque kind of influence, but I still think the first one holds up a little bit better purely because of how weighted everything feels. You know.
I mean, the first one ended in a way that it didn't really need a sequel, so you can watch it on its own, like,
yeah. The one thing that got me even interested in the first one in the first place was the practical effects. Because I remember just chilling out online one time and then seeing Del Toro mention about the fact that we've done a full compod, like we've just made it up and it's all crazy. I watched the behind the scenes for that where he was explaining everything and how everything worked and seen it in action, and then I'm like, yeah, I need to see this because I absolutely love practical effects in films and this is just amazing. You know.
Yeah, Del Toro's is a master.
Just that, to get it looking the part and make it look realistic, is it's dedication to the craft.
Yeah, I agree with John Smith's fake name. Pacific Rim 1 felt like a realistic G Gundam. Pacific Rim 2 felt like Power Rangers.
Yeah. The sequel felt like a pilot for an episode for a TV series, says Easton. Oh, here we go. Recon material, silver box. Recycle tickets, 5.
The Waddles win pose is Saturday Night Fever.
Easton says, can I get it on the 8th team match? Yeah, sure. And it'll be reset as well after that. So what we'll do is we'll do the 8th team one on Port, just because Port. I have an addiction to Port. Right, we'll do it as an ace match. Port. Did we say the weapons rack is 300 for minimum?
Yeah, it's the minimum. Let's just look and see what's the minimum. I think
I'll put it. I'll put it at 400 just so we got a bit of leeway.
Let me see what the minimum cost is for the Goof Custom. If I can find the thing. No, yeah, the minimum of the Goof Custom is 350.
Yeah. Exram says, gotta go to work. Ah. See you next time, Exram.
Bye. Bring home the bacon.
Dark Raven says, I have an addiction to Port. Just remove one letter and you'd be in trouble, Moody. Wait, what? Not gonna comment on that one.
Well, just switch out one letter.
Yeah, switch out one of the letters. That would be unhealthy. Right, I'm gonna do this the same way we normally do. I'm gonna go Feddy. So I'll take the easy 8 for a spin. We'll do it that way. Right, so hang on. I need to get Easton in, and Easton's invitable through the clan menu first. So Easton, and I know I said Leo. Where's Leo? Right, so Leo. Who else wants in on this one? Harley. Okay. Not sure. Joshua. Where's Harley? There's Harley. Heavy, do you want in on this one? I'm trying to get Corsair now. Where's the user? I can't see. I've got Josh on. I'm trying to see. I can't see Corsair unless I'm looking at the wrong user here. I can't see Corsair online at the moment. Hang on, I'll invite the first 4 people that I've definitely got here. Corsair says I'm at work. Alright. Nugs says I want in. Right, Nugs was... Let's have a look. Nugs was the Dark Rider, if I remember rightly. So we'll get Nugs.
Well, I think put Harley on the Zeeks and
yeah.
me on the beds. Don't
right.
laugh what they said in the chat.
I'm just going to set up my Easy 8 now. I do like these themed matches.
Can get in.
Right, give me a sec.
Stop playing with pound coins.
I know, John. Jeez. DJ says I can. Heavy says I'm down for it. Nice. Right. I'm just trying to make sure we got everybody in that wants in. John, have you taken that invite? Yeah, you have. Kaiser says me too. Right. So we got Kaiser. Got. If you've not got an invite yet, it's because I'm just marking them down. Right. Anybody who I'm missing at the moment. So what's the suit lineup? Says Leo. What suits can Xeon use? If I remember rightly, didn't we say it was one or two Waddles, a Dom, a Zaku, and the Goof Custom?
No, it's the Goof Custom, Zaku 1 Commander type, because that's the one that was in the show. Normal Zaku 2s, a Waddles, and a Dom. Either 2 Zaku 2s, because there was 1 Waddles, and I think there was... I don't know how many Doms there were, I can't exactly remember. I know there was a Dom. But, yeah, that's it, that. And then Feddy side, it's Easy 8, Warrack, Ground Gundam, Normal Ground Gundam, Ground Gym, Gun Tank, Prototype Gun Tank, and the GM Sniper from the same series.
Right, hang on. I don't know whether... Dual Side says I want in. Right. I'm just trying to see. If I've not got anybody in here and you've already shouted out that you want in, just put it in chat so we can make sure we get everybody that wants in here for this before the reset.
And, yeah, thanks. Yeah, Denise says Gun Tank mass production.
Right, let's see. Is Kaiser in there? Because I sent the invite. I'm just double checking now. Oh yeah, I think he might be coming in. DJ Chapman says I'm still alright to be in. Did I not get you in on your username yet? Trackmix, just go through with me here again, because I think I got it wrong. What's the username I'm looking for again? Because I'm having a look here, and I swear it's not online at the moment. Like, guys, make sure to make this easy on me. Make sure your account is set to online on PSN so I can see it. Robinator. Ah, right, yeah. Okay. Just about get this set up. I swear I messed up there. I don't know why I messed that up. Dark Raven, you in on this one? Because you and Track Mix will round this out, I think. Let's just set that up there. Double Side says, I'm gonna live! Do we all use base level MSV type? No. You can use whatever level you want, as long as it goes up.
As long as it fits within the cast, yeah.
Yeah, as long as it fits the cost.
And the theme of...
As long as it's within the cost and within the theme, it's fine. John, what do you want to go, Freddy or Xeon this time? Because normally you're on the Xeon side, but because we've got Harley and Leo in it, it's different.
I mean, Harley's going to be on the Zeeks. I don't mind being Freddy. Yeah, I'll be Freddy.
Okay, so right, who wants to be what? Like, put it in chat quick.
I know Heavy wants to be fed.
Heavy wants to be Freddy. All right, all of them wants to be Freddy because I've seen that. Didn't Easton say he wants to be Freddy? Hey, Pivotal. Leo says, I am Phil. I'm going to regret this.
Josh wants to be... Josh wants to be third.
Freddy team can have 2 more people on it, I think.
Leo's fine with either.
Raven says...
Dark Raven's a third.
Right, I think that's... What we'll do is we'll round this out now. I prefer Fed, but we'll go Zeke. We'll get you on. That should be done now. So all we need to do is match up the suits here. So whoever's on Harley and Leo's team, you're the Zeke side. Whoever's on my team, we're Freddy. Hopefully I got this all right.
It'll either be...
We're allowed up to, what was it, two ground Gundams of different types, so either a war rack... Yeah, there we go.
Oh.
It's alright, it's alright.
I'll switch. No, I'll switch to the...
Alright.
Where are you are.
So we've got the war rack, we've got the ground Gundam, we've got the Easy 8, we've got the ground Gym. Heavy's got the snipe by the look of it, and we've got the... DJ needs to... Who can the Feddies use? You can probably go... Yeah, you can go gun tank if you want. We can't have more than 3 ground Gundams, and the Easy 8 counts as one of them, which is why John's gone ground Gym. Heavy's got the ground Gym sniper, so basically it's gun tank. There we go. Any 8th team MS Feddy raids? I don't think so. Joshua says, Mooney, we should go round with John as the 8th team. Should get John and go Ground Boys again, because I remember the last time we played Ground Boys, that was hilarious.
Ground Boys.
Ground Boys as a group was just so funny. Just going around just massacring everybody with the machine guns.
Okay.
Right, we've got just over a minute left. Zaku 1 sniper counts as a Zaku 1 for this, says Kaiser. I mean, you can have the Zaku 1 sniper if you want. If it rounds out the team.
Yeah, if it rounds out the team. If you don't have the Zaku 1 commander, then yeah, you can use it.
There are no F2s in 8th team, I don't think, says Leo. No, there was the prototype high mobility, though. So if you want, you can have 1 HIMO.
Was there?
Yeah, it was in the Bridge OVA one, you know, the Blu-ray one. The Easy 8 takes it on.
I thought that was the Goof flight type.
I thought it was the HIMO.
No, that was the Goof flight type.
No, I was wrong then.
But you can use, since there is no Goof flight type yet, you can use...
Everybody ready up soon as possible. We got 18 seconds.
14.
They had a dom, yeah. This might go wrong here. It's fine. If we can just restart it again.
3, 2.
It's alright, we'll restart it again.
Get
I get Harley and Leo in. That's nobody's fault, that's because we were still trying to figure out what was going on. It's fine. Nobody worry about it. We knew this was going to happen. This is the only problem with themed matches, is just making sure that we've got the right stuff down and then we're good. We have a bit more time at least, yeah, that's what I mean. I know had a high mobility type in the beginning, says Double Side. Nevo says Pale Boy is back in the RT store for those who missed it. It'll be on DP store pretty soon then. She lost to Shiro in the ball. Yeah. I gotta remember who was on what team there, but because Because Freddy's side has already picked out most of suits, we should be good to go in like half the time. Sent invites. Because we should be able to do this one and then it's reset. I think that might be why Harley and... Oh, right. Sorry, Harley. Sorry, Leo. Sorry if I'm messing that up. Jughead Merc says, I'm broadcasting right now. Joshua says, why is someone advertising? There's always one. There's always one.
We definitely need the goof flight type in this.
Goof flight type would be really interesting seeing this, see how it could be
I mean with how the GPO suits work, it could work.
Heavy says first time seeing you and you advertise your stream on some random double digit YouTuber. I know, right? Right, let's see, I'm trying to figure out who was on which team. Heavy was on ours. I think the Dark Raven was on ours, and I think DJ was on... Was all of them, Eastern, Heavy. I think that was right.
No, the Rich Robert was on our team.
Yeah, who have I swapped out then? Was it Eastern? No, Eastern was on ours, Joshua was on ours, Heavy was definitely on ours, I think it was Dark Raven, hang on. Yeah, I think that was the teams.
Double side was Xeon. Yep. Oh,
yeah,
no, it was Eastern. It was Eastern.
Oops, sorry, Eastern. We can't change that either. We're just gonna have to roll with it. We're gonna have to roll with that.
Whoops, it is. Oh well.
My bad. We've still got... John, if you want to go weapons rack, we've still got a slot for the weapons rack.
Oh yeah, I'll go weapons rack then.
No normal goof apparently, only the custom. Yeah.
Yeah. The custom and the flight type was the only one I think that was in the show.
Right. Freddy's side is good to go, I think. Wasn't the Zaku one commander type if nobody is willing to have... Why don't you ever use your encourage, says...
Zaku one commander type.
Good guy says, why don't you ever use your encourage? I don't know, I just don't bother. Maybe I'm too lazy, I'm just like, whatever.
Extra button.
One extra button, and I'm just like,
But yes, you can use the Zaku 1 command if you want, because it was in the
Zaku
show.
Cannon was in the show, says Mecha Man Tucker O'Donnell. By all means, if it was in the show, use it. You've got just over a minute to get this sorted. And then it'll be reset, obviously. Right.
Kill some people.
I have a feeling we might get massacred here, John.
Yeah, we might. They got massacred in the show, so...
I love lock on in Mobile Gundam Breaker's Discord bit here, you know, on our Discord, where it just says, I'm gonna guess the two difficulty levels will be named Pay Yours and Make Sure You Pay Yours. Gundam Guy says, I'm pretty sure reset already happened. Yeah, it has. Harley says, oh crap. Wait, what's going on? Oh no! Oh wait, no. I thought I had it wrong there, but I got the beam rifle. I think that was heavy. Oh, why is everybody down swinging on the spawn? Right.
Let's see.
Yeah, I thought so. I just realised we could also probably do Stardust Memory at some point. You know, for a higher themed one, because we've got, I think, the suits that'll do that now.
Well, we've got the Zamel, we've got the GPO.
GPO 1, GPO 2, Zamel, Gym Custom. I'm trying to remember what else.
Type. The different dog types are in there.
They got the mass-produced gun cannon, I think. Powered Gym.
I never watched it. So
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, when you look at the suit, inspect the suits, it tells you what series they're from.
Oh, I know. I'm just saying because they actually do use suits from older series as well, but they don't turn up and say specifically this is a Stardust memory suit, you know. We're gonna have to do that at some point. Like maybe after reset, do a Stardust memory one and see what happens. I'm standing my ground here in the easy hate. Oh, hang on. I gotta change chat here because of the advertisements.
Wait, what's happening again?
Yeah. Right. Give me a sec, guys. I'm just hiding round 8.
You know when you make it, when people start advertising themselves.
I know, right? Done. How to moderate your YouTube when you don't like certain messages. All these users' comments will now be hidden.
Is it the same person?
Yeah. I'm there trying to focus on the game, and then next person's like, dude, you got somebody advertising in your chat. Like,
Goodbye, Waddles. No, that's not you.
Oopsie daisy. What's going on here?
Cheeky monkey. Ow. That dog. Doing flashbang me.
What, you got flashbanged by a dog?
It was either Dom or it was all of them. And the friend, you can get stunned by your friend.
I'm having a Norris moment, a Shiro versus Norris moment here because I'm having to protect our gun tank from the custom. No. Oh God. No. Oh. Come on, get up.
Say that as I'm down my back.
Yeah. There we go. Oh. I honestly thought I was going to get wrecked then. I've got no legs or anything. Yeah. I mean, they're keeping us round 8 at the moment pretty well. I see that, Dom.
Actually, I also wish they would release
Hi, Leo.
Make a map of the city from the final, well, not final, so the final fight.
Yeah.
In the show.
The one where Aina shoots the laser through the mountain.
No, I was thinking more of the, well, we need a forest map. No, but the city where the showdown between Norris and EVA.
Oh, yeah. I panicked there versus Leo. I hit part of the geometry and he was coming right at me with a flashbang. Oh, there's the custom again. Oh! 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 Got broadsided by the Zaku cannon. The Zaku cannon is in the kill box, you know, on the pipes. Oh, I'm gonna get chewed up here.
They're meant to be winning.
Yeah, it's a bit awkward. The beam weapons definitely give us an advantage, but
Baby got so strong.
Harley says 3 yellows, of course. Oh.
I mean, this would make up the comp because obviously you got the Uzi 8. One of the weapons that the ground guns use was the cannon that the Warlock uses. So
Yeah.
you've got normal ground Gundam. Then you got the Gym Sniper and also the gunfight.
Oh god. My Easy 8's getting attacked by the boombox and something else here. I don't have my boost. Oh, come on. There we go. Get out of range. Oh no, the race is after me here. Oh no. Oh, I forgot I don't have flashbang with this. Oh no, I'm gone, I'm gone. Oh! Yeah, I'm down. Zaku cannon got me at the last minute because I had 2 of them chasing me. Don't let him isolate you. Leo says we have 2 reds, you can't even kill a gun tank. How hilarious. Oh. I just happened to spawn in the right place there. Come on, get up! Our front line is just gone. It's non-existent. Then again, we are kind of spawning in as they're still taking damage. They're behind us now, watch out.
I'm trying to get all of them to body block.
Kaiser says this is going terribly. I mean, it's still pretty close. Oh, I got counted at the end there. It wasn't... this is going to sound crazy because it was on the winning team, but it didn't look like it was that bad because it was pretty close in terms of points. That might just be me being completely blind to what was going on there because I was trying to get out of the way and just get rifle shots. Right, let's give that to all of them and give that to Kaiser as well for being the ace on the other team, and now it's reset as well. So let's see what the
We do Stardust Memory one next?
yeah, I'll do Stardust Memory. Just wait till the reset. Heavy says it was a blatantly unbalanced game, so no need to feel bad. Right, let me see about Stardust Memory, because I swear they had a load of different ones.
I mean, I know they had the Power Gym. The, Dom... Oh, the one that came out.
Ah, here we go, Mecha.
No, they're mobile suits. No, they shoot me.
2 space matches. Oh, ha ha. Oh, oh no. Oh, he's gonna be painful. Where's Ion when you need him for space for a laugh? Kaiser says, Solomon, I have returned.
I really want them to bring back Situation Battles. They probably will at some point, but want to be soon. Situation bells.
Okay, so here we go. Going through all the beginning stuff here. Day 9, 1000 DP. Oh no.
You know you love space.
Oh, at least it's just 2 matches.
You can still do the Stardust memory missions things in space. Oh wait, no, you can't use the GP1 in space.
Joseph said... Full Armor says, what are you talking about? Space is great. Joseph says, sup peeps and bullied streamer. I just need to change my name in Discord to Punished Moody or something.
I need 6 more matches and then I have the suit.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. Let's see what's in the RT place first before we set up here.
Will Liam Neeson be in there?
Wait, what? I don't even... that genuinely threw me. I'm just like, wait, what? Don Barrage. There's the rider for 235. Oh, it's 5 cheaper. Come on, Gabe. Come on, that's not nice. That's not nice. That's messed up. I don't get that. The Pale Rider's 235, but the full armor Thunderbolt, which you could argue is a lot more in terms of cost and everything, so you'd expect it to cost more RT-wise, is 190. What?
Yeah, it's weird like that.
I mean, what are they trying to do, like P Bandai prices on this? It's like, oh well, because the Pale Rider's a P Bandai, we'll just up the price of it in RT tickets as well.
Yeah, but that's why the Pixie costs so much as well.
Yeah, Pixie and the Pale Rider are both P Bandais. It's like, we'll just up the price.
And the Gym Interceptor. None of them have a recent release. All P Bandai stuff.
Wonder if you can do a space match with the Stardust memory stuff, you know, for a themed space match.
Well, you can with some of them, but you can't take the GPO1 in space.
Oh, yeah.
And you can't take the Zamel in space, so... Best way to do it on the ground.
Yeah. More like mobile prices. It most likely has to do with how long the Thunderbolt has been in the store since Nevo. I mean, I remember it being like 190 when it was first released. It's weird. And then again, it might just be me. My memory's trash.
It is. It really is. I mean,
Right.
You forgot my birthday. You forgot our child's birth.
Wait, what? I don't even. That's pretty. That's pretty weird. That's pretty damn
funny.
weird.
Weird and funny.
Like 400. 400 in space. Let's just get this over and done with. I don't care about themed matches in space. We'll do them on floor.
You forgot the day Stu graduated from college.
I honestly can't remember that. That's weird. Oh wait, I'd already left by then. Funny story, actually. Invite friend. Right, who doesn't want in for these? No, it doesn't involve garlic sausages. Johnny Ridden themed match, says Tucker Man. It says Mecha Man Tucker O'Donnell. Joshua says I'll play space. Right, let's just get some people in here and see how this goes. I'm not entirely sure. Let's get Harley and Leo in here again. We'll randomise it. Knowing Oz will be on the same team and we'll be versus him. Male or doggo? Yeah, no, the whole thing about me not remembering Stu's birthday before, it's funny because by the time not birthday, sorry, his graduation, the time they had any sort of thing like that, I'd already left college, even though I was in the same class.
Yeah.
No, I was in the same class as Stu, that's how I know him.
Oh.
Thing is, like, I remember it because we were doing IT, we were learning coding and all this other stuff, and I went away on holiday 1 week, and the same week, at the very end of the week, the college had this whole thing of they would delete all of the stuff off the computer and just reformat it so that the computers would run smoothly. And normally they tell you in advance so you can back up all your stuff, and this is when we still used floppy disks and stuff. So it was like we were just moving into using USB, like when USB was just coming in and being a popular thing. But it was at the end of like floppy disk, and I remember it because I came back from holiday and the computer had just been reformatted, and I'm like, where's my stuff? And the tutor's just like, yeah, we just ghosted the computer, so if you've not got it backed up, you're screwed. And I was like, but I had all of my work on that, and you kept on telling us to save over and over again, but you normally allow us to you know, save beforehand, and you don't even back it up for me anyway. I just realised I auto-balanced this might be rough.
You auto-balanced it in your favour.
Yeah, oops. I was too busy telling this story. But yeah, no, so, like, the last time I backed up was like 6 months ago, and then they make us do this major project for the end of the year, and of course, all of it gets deleted, and I'm just like, so wait a minute, you ghosted the computers without even, like, doing a second backup or saying to anybody, like, does anybody know whether Dave's backed his work up, and you just deleted my stuff and now expect me to do 6 months work again at the end of the course when I've only got like a week left. And they were like, yeah, and I was like, you do realise I ain't gonna make up that 6 months of work in like a week. And they were like, well it's either that or you just leave. And I'm like, well, I ain't leaving. So last week I decided I'd have a laugh. Oh, there's Death Reaper. Death Reaper's gone? Hang on. Devisa says, oops, yeah, right. No, seriously, you saw that. It's on stream. No. No, it was to do with this. I'll actually like put Harley and Leo on the opposite teams and then click randomize. So yeah, anyway. And this is just a regular match in space, this one. So anyway, yeah, finishing up last week, I decided I'd have a laugh because I knew I wasn't going to get this work done. It was impossible for me. So for about 2 days on the last week, I came in, I sat down, I'd asked the tutor beforehand, I was like, it's okay if I just sit in the corner and do whatever I want, right? And he was like, well, if you want to do that, and I'm like, well, as long as I don't interfere with anybody, I'm fine, right? And he's like, yeah, whatever, I'll allow you to do that. So I brought my GameCube in with a portable screen, put my headset in, and I'm just playing there in the corner on this GameCube. And I'm fine, I'm looking, nobody's getting distracted, so I'm just chilling out on Phantasy Star Online. And I plugged it in, I'm playing on it. And then the second day, I don't know what was going on, but the second day, I'm playing on it, I'm in the corner, I'm looking around again, nobody's getting distracted, so I'm thinking, okay, I'm fine here. I'm playing through this level, and the tutor comes over to me and says, dude, you're distracting people, you gotta get out. And I'm like, but I've got my headset in, I've looked around, I'm clearly not distracting anyone, I'm on my own, nobody else is sat anywhere near me. I'm looking around all the time, nobody's looking at me, what's going on, you know? And he's just like, look, you gotta move now, or I'll report it to somebody and they'll come and move you. And I was like, oh, okay, fair enough, right? So I collect all my stuff, I go outside and I tell Stu, and I think a couple of my other friends are in the same class that I know from college, but I tell Stu and I'm like, dude, I'm just going to go sit outside and find a plug somewhere, like in the library or in the corridor, and I'm going to play there. And Stu's like, okay, fair enough. So I go outside in the corridor, and sure enough, there's a plug in the corridor. I'm like, okay, I'll plug in and carry on there and wait for break when they come out or whatever. So I go and plug in. I get up to, I think it's the second level, and I'm going through this level, and the doors in our college used to be standard height doors, but the window in them used to be very high up, and it was very small. I'm just waiting for all of them to ready up now, by the way. So... Oh, I see. Joshua says... I'm going to have somebody to take my place. Okay, if you want to back out, we'll get somebody else in then. It's fine, it's fine. So yeah, I'll get somebody else in now. But yeah, finishing this up, I go outside in the corridor, I get up to the second level, and I'm playing, and these windows, you couldn't see me through these windows, because I'm sat on the floor, right? So there's no way you can see me without being outside in the corridor. Not even the tutor could see me without being right up against this window. And the window is like the size of your hand. So it's pretty small. So the tutor comes out, next thing I know, and he says, look, you're distracting people. And I'm like, no joke, I lose it at this point, and I'm just like, how? And he's like, no, you are literally distracting people. And I'm like, how? Nobody can see me. I'm out in the corridor. There is nobody else here. I'm just trying to pass time. And he's like, look, you got to shut it down. Otherwise, I'm going to have you removed from college property. I'm going to get somebody to come and remove you by force. And I'm like, I'm not doing anything wrong here. You agreed to this to begin with. Now I'm outside. The door's been closed the whole time. Nobody can see me. I'm not distracting anybody in lesson. And he's just like, no, you got to finish up now. And I'm like, okay, fair enough. And Stu can hear the conversation from inside the room because it's that loud. But he remembers me shouting, dude, do me a favour, just let me save, right? Because PSO doesn't auto-save. So I'm like, okay, fine, this guy stood over the top of me, and I'm just like, in my early 20s, just like, come on, seriously. So I finished saving, and then I packed the thing away, and then I move, and I end up seeing Stu outside later on, and I was just like, what is going on here? But apparently Stu and everybody else in class had a laugh, because I was just like, just let me save for a moment, jeez. It's just so funny. So yeah, after then, they basically kicked me off campus and I couldn't come back in. I'm just like, just because I played a GameCube in the corridor when nobody else could see me. Meanwhile, Stu's having a laugh saying, dude, next time you get kicked out, you just need to say, just let me save again for a laugh. Like, come on.
So if, nah.
Divici says, until they went 3.5-inch size standard course, again, why are they still called floppy disks? It's because of the material the disk's made out of, if I remember rightly. It's just floppy. But yeah, I had a laugh with that one, because I didn't know anybody had heard that inside the room. I'm just genuinely annoyed by this point, because he's clearly wanting me off campus because I'm refusing to do work, but he's already agreed that it's fine. You know, next minute
it makes no sense.
Yeah, so it makes no sense. He's contradicted himself at this point, and then it's just like, dude, just get out. You know, I'm just like, okay, I'll play in the corridor, and then he's like, dude, just get out the corridor as well. It's just like, come on.
He must have had it out for you.
I know, right?
Unless you beat him on PSO and he was like, yeah, you should go.
No, the funniest one was the guy that I had for teaching me games design. Halo 3 comes out, and this is related because of beating somebody at a video game. Halo 3 comes out, me and Sean were in the same class for games design, so that's how I met Sean. And Sean comes over to me one day and he says, dude, do you play Halo 3? I'm like, yeah, I got it on launch, it's really awesome, do you want me to add you? He's like, yeah, sure, we'll play Halo 3, it'll be fun. So we start playing Halo 3 like the first week or two of college when we're there for this games design course. And the teacher turns around and goes, oh, can I have a go? And we're like, okay, fair enough. So we put him on Epitaph. Last kill of the match, because we're already kicking butt. Last kill of the match, I just drop down off the top of the level with a grab hammer and slam him in the face with it. I've still got video footage saved on my old 360 from it. So funny. This tutor's just like, where are you? Next minute, I'm coming out of the grav cannon on Epitaph, and then I just fall off the middle bit where you get the rocket launcher or the hammer from, and just smack him in the face.
Did he hate you after that?
Yeah. That tutor hated my guts as well, because by this point I'd already done loads of modding as a hobby. So I've got like 4 or 5 years of modding behind me, and then he's like, trying to teach me the basics. And like, no joke, not trying to be cocky or anything, but first lesson we did, he's like, here's how you put 2 things together. He attaches 2 blocks together in 3ds Max, deletes the faces, and then welds the vertexes together individually. And I'm just like, do you take suggestions on stuff? And he's like, yeah, why? And I'm like, well, I can do that faster. And he's like, what? And all I do is I attach them both together, select the 2 faces, bridge them, ring both of the outer edges, remove them, and then quickly select all the vertices and remove them, and it takes a little bit less time. And he's like, oh, I didn't know you could do it that way. And I'm like, yeah? And then ever since I did that in front of everyone on like the first day, ever since then, he's just hated my guts. So what? No joke. No joke. It was a case of every time I do something, he just had a right go at me. It's like, it didn't help that he was actually self-taught and was looking to me to answer some of his other questions on certain things to do with like games design. Like there was one where he'd be like, so we need to figure out how to do file systems for people to turn in maps in Unreal Tournament that would then be marked by him, you know, for like level design classes. So I had to come up with the file system for that, where I basically just took the Unreal file system and just went, look, you know, we can just do it this way because it's super easy, because it's the same as just the way that Unreal already does it. It'd be super easy to mark stuff. And he's like, okay, fair enough. And then he continuously marks it like that for the rest of the year and takes credit for it. And then as well, he's like, you know, you want to do an indoor map for your first level just to get used to Unreal Engine? Well, by this point, Jen had been doing Unreal Engine before me. This was 2004, so Unreal Tournament 2004. And Jen had already been doing it. And I said to Jen, like, before we started putting stuff in game properly, like, can you just teach me how to do this? Because I want to do better at this. I want to get good marks for this. So Jen's like, yeah, okay, I'll show you how to do it. So she gives me a book on how to make Unreal Tournament 2004 maps. And gives me some of the cliff notes, and I'm like, okay, this is cool, I'll do this. So sure enough, I have a good go, and I end up making an outdoor level instead. A huge expansive map, and looks really good. I'm really pleased with it. There's a few collision errors, but that's only because it's the first time. So like, whenever you die in game, you sink through the floor, because the floor has no proper collision. And I'm like, okay, this is kind of cool. And the tutor's like, why did you make an outdoor map? I told you to do indoor. I was like, yeah, but it's pretty cool, and it's bigger and more detailed than all the other ones that you're going to be marking. And he's just like, yeah, but I didn't tell you how to do that anyway, so, yeah, you're going to get less marks for that. I was like, come on! So you try and go one beyond and try and make a good impression, and instead he's just like, nah, you've shown me up here and you've shown up everybody else, so, no good marks for you. So there was one.
Wow, a-hole.
There was one as well, when, you know, the Darkness on the Xbox 360 was released.
Yeah.
I got that, and I loved it that much. I was like, you know, one of these levels I'm going to do for one of the level design classes, I'm going to do the entire train station and other areas of the Darkness map. I'm going to recreate it in Unreal Tournament 2004. But because I can only really model at this point, and I've not really learned how to texture, I'm going to instead model everything and do it in, like, grayscale. And then give it like a Silent Hill style fog all over the place. And it's going to kind of fit with the theme, but also it'll allow me to make the map huge and more detailed, because of the way that fog occludes everything. So it means basically it's going to render at a good frame rate, even though it's ridiculously detailed. Like, I was modeling every little detail that I didn't need to, just for the sake of it. And the tutor's like, yeah, you can do this, it'll be really cool, you know, it'll look really good. And I'm like, well, I'm having to stay up ridiculously long hours here. I'm only getting like 3 hours sleep per night just to get this project how I want it. And he's like, oh yeah, that's totally fine, I'll endorse this as long as you get it done. And I'm like, okay, fair enough. So I do all of this. And then like a week beforehand, then he turns around and goes, yeah, I didn't tell you to do any of this. Do it again. And I'm like, what? And he's like, yeah, you're going to have to start it all over again. Plus, you can't use that project because it's too detailed. And I'm like, but you just said that. And he's like, yeah, you just do it. So I ended up having to remake an entire level and do different art assets and everything. And in like a week, it was deadly.
So this is why you need to record everything.
Yeah. It was like one where, I think I mentioned this before, but doing another level design last year of games design. And what ended up happening is we ended up having to do a group project because I've messed around with Unreal that much. The tutor's like, okay, you're assigned to doing everything that you can to get everybody else's assets in game. It's going to be a team thing where you have to run a team project and everybody has to pull their own weight, and at the end of it you're going to do a report on it and how well it went. And I'm like, okay, fair enough. So I'm there trying to coordinate everybody, and there's two people that are a problem. One guy is doing textures and another guy is doing like an extra model. Like each person was supposed to model an individual building, and it was supposed to be like a farm area. And the reason why it's a problem is because this guy, this one guy that's modeling, is supposed to be doing a farmhouse. But because I did that other level that I just mentioned about it being too detailed, he looks at it and goes, you know what? If he can do that, I can do that. This guy was kind of big-headed is the best way to describe it. It's more like he always thought he was God's gift to modelling, basically. But he was a really, really new person, like green as heck to it. He didn't know what he was doing, and he did not have any prior modding experience or anything, so he was fresh as anything, but he was determined to be the best one out of all of us there. So he models his farmhouse in super high detail. It makes no sense. We didn't tell him about this. And he basically is just like, yeah, I'm going to do this. He doesn't care about anybody else. It's not consistent. Yes, there's no consistency to it. So he just goes off and does this. And then I turn around to him like a week beforehand and I'm like, dude, you need to do this. I'm giving you enough time. Everybody else is doing more work now because they've already finished theirs. And he's like, well, I don't have any reference model. I was like, dude, the first thing I give everybody was a reference model for scale and told everybody, you know, don't go too over detailed. The texture guy will do it. And he gets really salty with me about this because I tell him he has to do his work again. But sure enough, he's got plenty of time to redo it. I'm there busy getting everybody else's work in game. It's totally fine, you know, everything's going well. And then the texture artist comes back to me the same night on Skype and says, dude, I can't do the textures. And I'm like, this is funny, I've just had a problem with someone, you know, for modelling, and now this guy's saying he won't do textures, what's going on? So I ask him and he's like, yeah, something's come up, I have other priorities. And I'm like, okay, that's fine, whatever, it sounds pretty serious. So I give him the benefit of the doubt, I'll leave it, and the last 3 days before the hand-in, I turn around and go, look, have you sorted out your personal problems yet? Because we kind of need these textures, because before I talked to him last, he did finish up and say, look, I'll try and get stuff done if I can, or at least get some textures to you. So I'm like, okay, I'm at least going to get something here. So I'm ready for these textures. This other guy is still trying to do this farmhouse again. I don't know why it's taking him a week to do this. And I'm waiting on these textures, so I asked this texture guy, I'm like, dude, what's going on? You know, because I'm communicating with Sean via Xbox Live, because he hasn't got Skype. So I'm on Xbox Live at the same time as doing all the stuff on my end. And the texture guy turns around at the last minute and goes, yeah, so because we were told that it was optional whether we needed to finish the project or not, I just decided I wouldn't do any of it. And I'm like, are you kidding me? So he's like, nah, I just decided I wouldn't do the work. So I'm like, oh, way to drop this on me at the last minute. You know, so last 3 days I spent ripping textures out of COD just because it suits the level, and then I end up having to retexture everything basically to suit our needs to get it done, because we're going to get more credit if we actually finish the level. So I managed to get everything done. I'm just waiting on this farmhouse now. The very last day, we'll just keep things as they are for the moment, and then we'll get everybody in next time. The very last day when we're handing in, I've been up like 72 hours straight getting stuff done. The very last day, that we were handing in 5 to 10 minutes before we have to do this presentation in front of everybody, showing all of this work off and actually showing off what's working in engine. The guy that's making the farmhouse comes back to me and says, look, here's my farmhouse. I try and put it in game because I'm like, I can try and get this done in 10 minutes, we should be fine. I get it in game, sure enough, it's lower res so it looks better, but the scale's off, even though I've given reference models before. Scale's completely off, so he turns around and goes, can you do me a favour, can you scale everybody else's work up so that it fixes everything? And I'm like, dude, I can't do this, I've got spawn points and everything else and scenery that I've done here, it'll all look weird compared to the actual player character. You've not done this at all, like, right or anything. You've clearly not listened, and you've just done whatever you want. And he's just like, well, can you not just alter everybody else's work? And I'm like, not in the last 10 minutes, there's no way. So I deliberately put it smack bang in the centre of the level. I keep it at the same size that it is and don't put any textures on it because there's not enough time. And the tutor's like, so what happened to this farmhouse? And I'm just like, yeah, the guy that was doing it just didn't pay any attention. He clearly didn't give a damn. And then we have to do this presentation afterwards, right, about how we interacted with the group and how we thought it was. And everybody else, as a group, gives me a good review. They're like, Dave was constantly for us, he was checking up whether it was alright or not. There were a couple of people that said, yeah, it was that good, you know, we had that good an experience, we did extra work, we created scenery and whatever. Of course, I'm half asleep by this point. And these two guys that made a problem just turned around and went, oh yeah, we thought he was picking on us, so we didn't do the work. And I'm like, what? No, I treated everybody the same, and apparently they just decided to be complete assholes about it. So when it came around to my turn, I just said, well, everybody else worked fine, but these two idiots decided they wouldn't do the work and told me as much anyway, because they decided to be a bunch of dickheads. You know, and the tutor was just like, wait, what? And I'm just there calling them out in front of everybody to their faces, and they couldn't do anything about it. It was hilarious. And that was on the last day of college as well, so I left on a high note. I'm just like, these two guys, they're just complete idiots, and they clearly do not work well in a team. You know? So funny.
That's one way to leave the college.
Oh yeah, you know, it's like if I'm not leaving after being banned for playing on a GameCube in lesson, it's talking smack about other people that clearly can't work together. You know? So stupid. I can't stand people that don't work well in a team. It's annoying.
I mean, I don't work well in groups just for other reasons.
Yeah.
So I try my best, obviously. That's the emphasis. I try.
You at least try. Like,
yeah.
the way you're supposed to treat people, if they don't work amazingly well, but they're still willing to try, is you try and support them as much as possible. Like, that's what happened with Sean. Sean was like, I'm not good at 3D modeling, can you give me some help? So I was giving him help all the time on Xbox Live. You know, like, turning around to him and being like, dude, look, you need to do this, you need to do that. And sure enough, he managed to create a decent building. And then I'm like, dude, do you want to help out with anything else? And he's like, yeah, sure, I'll make some background scenery. So I had other people that didn't know like hide nor tail about modelling actually putting in more effort than these two people that knew a little bit, and were just like, yeah, we're not going to bother because we think you know, we think that you're being a dick. And I'm like, I don't see how. I'm treating everybody the same. You know, so
it's
stupid.
Like the egos just didn't match.
Oh yeah, like the funniest one was the guy that literally thought he was God's gift to modelling. He tried modelling himself for a character art thing. Like we were supposed to create unique characters that were original, and he even admitted, like, yeah, I'm just making myself in 3D. But the thing is, he did the funniest mistake ever. He made a low poly face, and then what he did was he clicked turbo smooth, which basically just means you're subdividing the model without any sort of prior knowledge about how to do that properly. You have to have like support edges and other stuff, and it was so funny because his face went from looking like kind of like a face in low poly to looking like a very high poly hamster face. And it was so funny, we were all laughing at him. And then the best part was the tutor takes one look at it and turns around and goes, yeah, you're going to need to do that again because it's too high poly and it looks crap. It was so funny. We were all laughing at him, like, not behind his back properly, but just to the side, just like, oh god, this guy, what is he thinking? And then the tutor just comes over to him and goes, yeah, dude, you look like a hamster there, redo it. Just like, oh, his ego when that happened as well, you could see his face just sink. clearly he was not happy with being told he's done something. He spent like maybe about 5 minutes trying to make it look decent through turbo smoothing it, and all he's really done is click one button and just liquefying his face more or less.
So basically he was not God's gift to computing, but he was actually God's gift to hamsters.
Yeah. I don't know, man. He just thought he was automatically better than everybody else, and I can't stand people like that. It's like, I've always been that kind of guy that's like, if somebody wants a bit of help or whatever, I'm there to support them, you know. And when somebody comes along like that and is trying to boss you around, or is clearly putting on this whole attitude or like huge ego, I don't mesh well with those type of people. I can't stand it. It rubs me the wrong way, and I get really annoyed by them because they're clearly there only for themselves and not for the group. And because a lot of games work is aimed at working in a team and working well in a team, they clearly would not suit like games industry work because they clearly can't work in a team well. You know, it was messed up. Oh.
Yeah, I never understand group projects because
they're supposed to promote cohesion and give people some sort of specialization, because this was the whole thing of, if you've got a specialization, you know what you want to do when you try and get into the industry, you know. It's like I'm there working on levels and getting everything in engine, and I'm thinking, okay, this basically means I'm like a level designer or something. And everybody else is like, okay, well, maybe I'm good at modeling, we can do textures, you know. Yeah, it was designed specifically to give you an idea of what career path you wanted in the industry. And these two guys, seriously, they wouldn't even make QA. Like now, if you'd have stuck them in an interview for QA or put them in a QA position, they would have not made it. And that's like the most basic level industry job. It's crazy.
I mean, I never made it far enough into college to do group stuff. As literally as I left college, they started doing group stuff. Like,
ooh.
I ain't gonna go into that stuff. But anyway, not nice to hear. It's not nice to listen to, so...
Yeah. Let's see what chat says here for a laugh. A name for this stream: Moody rambles about his experiences making games. No. Yeah, sorry for rambling that much, guys. I just thought it'd be a funny story.
It is interesting. I always thought maybe I should go back to college or just do the open university thing online.
I hate the open university stuff. Is a bit of a waste of time.
But then again, I don't know what the hell I want to do.
Most people don't, you know.
Or what I can do, try to make it like a current situation and the job's going to mark me down as too mentally unfit for work. I've got to do something.
Oh!
I guess what I'm going to give this stream a try when I die. I keep saying I'm going to, but
yeah.
I think I enjoy playing games. I'm not bad at games. I'm no pro, but I'm not bad.
If you want something lucratively stable, do a manual job like plumber or electrician or something. Trust me, dude. There's always jobs for them.
Yeah, so there's something I've got a few years yet.
It's just that whole thing where people joke about, oh, fine arts and art style or media style jobs not getting you anywhere. That's not a joke. It's true. If I could go back, I'd easily not take that career path.
Yeah, being an artist because you're living by check. It's not a stable job. Same thing with like streaming and all that. You're living by
Oh, no. Can we just do a backflip here? This isn't Harley that's chasing me, so who's chasing me here? Don't know who that was, but I'm still getting used to the BD3 in space here at the moment. I do like the missiles on it. The missiles are pretty cool. I remember Nova saying missiles are like the basics of this thing. Come on. Oh, double side's still on. Oh no, I thought I was going to get into the kill there. I like hearing other people's experiences, says Devicia. It makes my boring life almost like seem like heaven. Trapmix says, all I could do that entire match is dodge. Yeah, sorry for anyone that I'm bored with that rambling or whatever. I did not mean to do that. It's just a long story about college.
I should have stuck to Harley a bit more. Probably wouldn't have played as much.
It's cool, dude.
But, you know, I don't know how many times I did that. I think I only died today once. I don't know. Well, as I say, I was too busy listening to your story.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not a storytime YouTuber.
Might as well be.
Let's get in the next one. What's that, Jen? But, oh no, I'm fine, Jen.
You do the story, I do the animatic for it, and we're all good.
I'll do 400 on port.
Or we're gonna do the Stardust Memory.
Oh god, yeah, we'll do Stardust Memory in a bit. I want a standard match after all my ranting.
Yeah. 4 more matches, then I'm done.
Phantom says I found it interesting. I mean, at least some people did. Honestly, John, just finishing up that kind of stuff, you know, when you were saying, like, I don't get group stuff. I know a guy that's kind of like you. He does art as well. And, it's not that he can't do group stuff. He suffers from long-term depression, and he's been used as kind of like a guinea pig by, you know, the med companies. Like, basically, over the time that I've known him, he's been on almost, no joke as well, by the way, I'm not exaggerating this. I know sometimes I'll admit I play stuff up for comedic value just to get laughs out of people so that you can enjoy the stream more. This guy, no joke, he's been on more than 10 medications since I've known him, right? And each one has had a different effect on him. And the reason why this all links in, is because I met him in my second year of college. And I just thought he was some random dude, you know, he's good at drawing, got his interest in video games. It's the same guy that I mentioned who got me into Resident Evil as well. Basically, first year I met him, he was in college in a 3D design class that I had, and he was only in there for a month. And I'm like, where's he gone after the month? And I had his phone number, I had him on text message, you know, Skype and stuff. And I'm like, this is just a normal game, by the way, guys, no theme or anything for this one. I'm like, I don't know where he's gone. I kind of miss him, you know, because you get used to talking to some people. So I was like, I'll see if he's around, you know, and talk to him. So I talked to him on Skype, and sure enough, you know, he turns around and he says, "Dude, I just left," and I was like, "Well, why? You were doing good. The course isn't that hard," and he's like, "It's not that, dude. I suffer from really bad depression," and this was the first time I've ever heard of depression even being brought up anywhere. And I'm like, "Well, no, what's wrong?" And he's like, "Dude, I've suffered from depression from a long time, and it just affects me really badly. I don't feel like anybody's there to support me. I feel really, really messed up all the time. I don't like my own headspace, and you know, I don't like being around others sometimes." And I'm like, well, because at this point, he's got like another year before he can enter college again. So I'm like, dude, can we just hang out, you know, on my free time or whatever then? He's like, yeah, sure. So we hang out for this entire year. We're just chilling, you know, talking about video games and stuff. Meanwhile, I'm still in college. And we chill out for this entire year. We talk about all kinds, you know. He's depressed, so I'm trying to figure out what exactly depression is myself. And what triggers it for him, how he feels, you know. So there's a lot of times, we spent a lot of time together just talking, trying to get to know him. And I remember one time in particular, he came around ours and it was kind of late at night. And one time he's just like, dude, I'm really frustrated here. I don't know what's up with me. And I'm like, you sure you're alright? And he's like, nah, I need to do something. I need to do something because it's winding me up. And it's winter as well. So I'm just like, do you want to go out for a walk? And he's like, what will that do? And I'm like, I don't know, just going out for a walk sometimes helps me clear my head. And he's like, yeah, go on. And I'm like, we can walk and talk at the same time, so we're not doing much else, you know, we're not playing any games at the moment, so just walk and talk with me. And he's like, alright. So I get him out, and there's this flat bit of road, it's just basically a huge dual carriageway near my parents. And there's some farmland near it that you can turn off and walk down if you want to get back to where my parents is. So I'm like, okay, so I take him on this road, and I'm like, dude, sometimes I just overthink stuff too much, because I do a lot of overthinking, admittedly, about certain situations. And I explain it to him, and I'm like, sometimes when I come on this road, I look at where I want to go, and for some strange reason, the direction that I'm heading, I feel like I'm being pulled in that direction. I don't know why, but something tells me that at some point I'll be in that direction and I'll be doing something that I want to do, right? And he says, yeah, he's got this weird look at me. And I'm like, just keep walking, keep talking. So we keep talking. And we walk about 10 minutes up this road. And we turn back round for a moment, and I'm like, see back there? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, there's no way we'd walk back that way, because one, it's stupid, and two, we can't turn off here, we have to keep going forwards no matter what. And he's like, yeah. And I was like, well, that's the way I look at certain situations. Well, you know, you can't go back and change what you've done in the past, you can only move forward and try and better yourself. And he's like, I kind of see what you're on about. And I'm like, look, what's up with you? And he says, sometimes, dude, I just feel like screaming. And he describes it as, he says, you know, like in Dragon Ball where they're trying to go Super Saiyan, because he's a big Dragon Ball fan. And he's like, you know when they're going Super Saiyan, where Goku goes to Super Saiyan the first time versus Frieza? And I'm like, yeah. And he said, sometimes I just feel like that. I feel like I could just shout and destroy a mountain with it. And I'm like, oof. So I'm thinking, yeah, he's got a lot of pent-up anger and other stuff that is causing him a lot of problems. And he's like, you know, it's just crazy for me, man. And I'm like, dude, do it if you want to. We're out in the middle of nowhere. There's just cars. So he just screams like crazy for ages, and I'm like, dude, you alright? He's like, you know, I feel a bit more relieved after that. It's weird. So I'm like, well, what do you think about what I was saying before about, you know, going forwards and not looking back? And he's like, you know what, it makes a lot more sense to me now. And I'm like, well, what about college? Would you come back and do college again? And he's like, why'd you say that? And I said, well, without college, you've not learned anything, you've not progressed, so you've only got like high school level knowledge. If you want a career path or anything, you're going to have to do some sort of like higher education if you want to get out of it. You know, otherwise you're just going to be stuck in a rut forever. And he's like, well, I still don't know about it, dude. I just feel like I'm messed up loads. And I'm like, well, let's put it this way, right? I've been chilling out with you for like a year non-stop. And he goes, yeah. And I'm like, how about, because I feel like I'm getting all this work done and everything's easy to me at the moment because of, like I said, my modding history. I'm just like, dude, this is all easy to me no matter what it is, because we were just messing around with Photoshop and some other stuff. And I'm like, I know all this like the back of my hand. What happens if I promise you I can pull you through college whether you like it or not? And he's like, what? I said, well, I want to see you get something out of this and not get held back by your depression. So what happens if I turn around and promise you that I'll support you through this? And he's like, you know, it'd be nice if you can pull it off, you know, but I'm not so sure it would work. And I'm like, dude, you'd be surprised, I'm pretty good at convincing people. And he's like, well, go on if you think it'll work. And I'm like, well, if you commit to actually trying it again, I'll commit to helping you through it. And he's like, okay, so he commits. And I'm like, okay, I've got him here, at least he's going to be in a better position. So first time he gets back at college, I grab the main tutor that I know that's in charge of everything, and I'm like, look, I've been doing work for you, and it's all done on time, it's all good, right? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, can I work a deal with you? And he's like, what? And I'm like, well, I know I'm in no position to be trying to bargain because you're a tutor or whatever, but I said, this guy here, the reason why he left the last time is because he suffers from really bad depression, and he needs that support there to have him, you know, get some sort of help so he can get through this. And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, all I'm asking is for special permission so that every time he needs support, I can come out of my lesson and go straight to his lesson and be there for him. And he's like, if you can convince the other tutors that he is going to be with, then sure, you can do it. And I'm like, okay, so I go around to these other tutors and I explain the situation and just say, look, I've got this whole bargain thing going with the main tutor that's in charge of the entire course. He said, basically, if I ask you guys for this permission and it's okay with you guys, then he'll attend and he'll complete the course. And they all turned around and went, yeah, that's no problem. So next thing you know, I'm walking out of my lesson whenever I want because I'm doing the work, so I'm allowed to. So I'm given special permission to go and back him up and make him feel okay, you know, and be there to talk to him when he needs it. And it ended up being that we ended up actually merging the classes, because what happened was I'm going to him so much, trying to support him. The class that I was with just automatically thought I was in the same class as this other guy, or it was weird that I was just going to these other rooms where my lessons weren't taking place. So they started coming along with me, because our class was pretty small anyway, so the classes more or less ended up merging and sharing the same rooms. So we're just chilling out with like these first years, and I'm just having the time of my life because I'm supporting this guy, I'm watching him do the work, and I'm helping him when he needs it. And then any other time, I'm doing whatever the hell I want, basically, because I'm getting the work done in my own free time as well. And it's that easy. Most of my time in college was just spent chilling out, trying to make it fun for everybody else and supporting them when they needed it. And obviously, like, because some of the tutors were really bad, like with that one guy in games design, I'm there teaching other people how to do stuff. So, like, when the tutors couldn't do their jobs, I'm not getting paid for it, but I'm still doing their job for them. It was nuts. I've got, like, videos from back when I did it, and it's just a lot of us just chilling out and having a laugh, like, as if, you know, we weren't really at college, but we were still getting all the work done, and we all got decent marks. Because it ended up being, like, a group of about 5 or 6 of us that ended up with this guy that was depressed, and we'd all just be chilling out and having a laugh. It was the most chill time ever, and it was really good for him, because he doesn't really suffer from the bad depression that he used to suffer from, but like I said, he was on meds all the time, and each time he'd have a bad reaction, they'd put him on a different med. So, like, there were times where he'd just come in, and then all of a sudden he'd just start shaking randomly. I'm like, dude, you alright? And then he'd be punching the table, and I'm like, why are you doing that? And he's like, because I can't stop shaking and it's annoying me. You know, I'm like, well, punching it's not going to do any better. And he's like, no, I need to do this. And then next minute he'd be fine again. And it's like, what the heck is going on? He'd do some weird stuff, but it was all because of the meds. There was like one time we walked into a room and there were photography students in there, and he turns around and goes, dude, I'm a bit messed up here because I don't think anybody in this room likes me. And I'm like, well, does it matter? You got us sat right next to you, backing you up. And he's like, honest to God, I just feel like everybody's watching me. It's really weird. I turned around in front of the whole class that was in there and just went, look, any of you got a problem with this guy? And everyone's like, no, why? I was like, just wondering, because if you had a problem, we might have some trouble. Everyone's looking at me funny, like, what are you doing calling out this entire lesson? And I was just sat there just like, I don't give a damn, you know. And that's why I did the same thing to you, you know, when you said everybody in Discord was having problems with you, or you thought you were upsetting people. That's why I called out all of Discord in the exact same way, because I'm just like, well, if anybody has a problem with you, they'll tell you if they're honest enough, you know, instead of just staying silent. And it works. It really does work. You know. But yeah, it was crazy. I helped the guy through one course, And then he came on the games design course with me and did good at that as well. Yeah, it's crazy. I had a lot of good times in college, but it's that kind of stuff where when I say like I like being a team player, I wouldn't leave anyone like that just out and not have any support or anything. You know, it just makes me feel bad. I just have this weird kind of thing where I need to help people. Let's give that one to Full Armor and Phantom. Yeah, that's enough of Storytime YouTube for today. We'll continue as normal.
I mean, I was quiet and all that, so I was actually trying not to cry.
I don't know, I just have this whole thing. I just can't stand seeing people suffer. I just like being there for people.
Yeah, because I just got bad flashbacks to my college. It was like, ugh. Ugh. Oh, yes, back to happy fun time.
Back to happy fun time and not sort of sad memory times. Or Dave ranting for ages about stuff that happened about 10 years ago. It was about 10 years ago now? Jesus Christ. Oof. Right.
Do the Stardust Memory thing now.
Yeah, Stardust Memory. Less ranting, more Stardust Memory. So, I've put this on unlimited. Moody, you should try using the Gundam hammer, says Jay Lucky. I wasn't paying attention for any of those matches. Like, admittedly, I was too busy on autopilot, just being like, I'm telling a story, you know, if anybody likes the story, then they'll stay for it, you know. But, who wants in here? Because we've got to have a GPO1, a GPO2, and I think I don't have the mass-produced yet, but I'm trying to remember. I'll use the ZAM for this. I'll go on Fetty's side. Not Fetty's side. I'll go... Actually... No, I'm always on Fetty's side. Just remember, I'll go Jim Powered for this. Right, who wants in? Heavy says, I'm calling Jim. Phantom says, I'm getting Zamel. Corsair says, you're a good man, Dave. You really care about others. It helps when you've got a connection to someone, you know, but even if you don't, you know, if it's just a random person, I still don't like seeing people upset or anything. It really gets to me. It triggers something in me, and I'm just like, yeah, I need to help this person, or whatever. It's weird. I don't know where I've got it from, but I can't stand it. Easton says, what Stardust Memory suits can we get? Let's have a look. I'm just getting people in now. Yeah, the GPO1 and the GPO2, definitely, and the ZAM. Did they have a couple of DOMs in there, if I remember rightly? Dom Tropin, Jim Kai, Jim Custom, Jim Powered, which I'm playing. There is a gun cannon in there, I swear. Gelgig Marine, yeah. Hang on, Pivel says I'm in. I'll get you in now, Pivel. I've been too busy ranting and giving people my story time stuff. Devicia says, sounds like the opposite of my mum. She preferred to stay out of other people's troubled lives. Nevo said, this is going to be hella unbalanced. Jim Custom, yep, Don Tropin. I only remember the Federation captured a Zaku too. Yep, they did. Hang on. Who else wants him first before we decide? Because I've got John, Pivel, Heavy, and all of them at the moment. Those are the people that are definitely getting in at the moment. I'll send invites before I do again. Harley says me. Right, let's get Harley. And these will be individual invites as people tell me who they want in.
Worth almost a night in our chat.
Ooh, I have to see what people's reaction is. Right, Kaiser, Phantom. Nug. Okay, let's get Nugs. Here's what I'm gonna have to do, like dedicated story time stuff or whatever at some point if people like that kind of content. Nino. Oh yeah, I'd never go into any industry stuff. I don't even go into that with like family or whatever. And anything that happens in the industry stays in the industry unless you want to get blacklisted. So yeah, that's one thing you're told almost immediately when you get let in the door is, yeah, you don't say anything, otherwise a broken NDA results in a blacklist. Right, let's see here. Of course, it says story time with Moody. Story time with Uncle Moody will be a thing now, says Joseph. DJ says, if you don't get enough, then I could come in. Right, let's get DJ in here. Did I get Easton in here? I can't remember. Let's get Easton in here. Easton said, I already did the 8th team. Yeah, but I don't know who else wants in. Like, certain people are shouting out saying I want in, and then other people are staying silent. Possibly because they're still wondering about my story time rants from like the last 3 games. Dark Raven says, I'm getting really sloppy, so I'm good. I'll just watch this one. I'm sorry if I put anybody to sleep or turned anybody off the stream by going on about my college years. I really am. I realise this is meant to be just purely Gundam stuff, but we do end up talking about other stuff throughout. I just don't mean to be one of those people that constantly talks about stuff and doesn't shut up. Although then again, that's commentary in a nutshell, isn't it? So I suppose I've just contradicted myself. Nug says story time is cool. I don't know, some people might just need to chill out, so it's cool. I'm not gonna like force anybody to play. I stand by this whole idea of nobody's going to force you to do anything you don't want them to do, so by all means, if you don't want to play and you just want a bit of a break, then, you know, it's cool. I can't force anybody to do anything anyway, because I'm just a random disembodied voice on the other end of a microphone. Nugs says, can I get in? I swear I sent you an invite, Nugs, or did I send the wrong invite there? What was your username again? I'm so sorry for this if I've messed up. I swear I got Nugs in. I'm probably daydreaming here or not focusing enough. Dark Rider, wasn't it? Yeah, I swear I invited you. I've got to get treble in later. Cobalt, if you don't end up in this one, we'll get you in the next one. Fetty team is obviously going to be me again, because I just like Fetties.
I'll be Xeon, because GT.
Alright, we'll get Nugs in the next one. Vocal hypnosis is Phantom. Right, so who wants to be Fetty here? Because we can only be 5 other Fetty team. Because it's going to be...
Who has a GPO1, please go Fetty.
Yeah, whoever has a GPO1 can be on Fetty. John, you have GPO2, right? So you go on... Yep. You go on other team immediately. Harley says Fetty. So we got... Where's Harley? Harley's Fetty. Joshua's Fetty. Where's Joshua? Gotta remember everybody's. Cobalt says I can run Dom Tropin. Okay. Phantom says Xeon for me. Oh, excuse me. Devisa says I'm fine. I'll sit here and just listen. Done with these game nights. No, it's not for me. Oh, sorry to hear that, Devisa. Hope you have fun at least in some of the other streams. And I just realised that's randomised everything, hasn't it? That's randomised everything afterwards because of the timer countdown. Okay. 1 powered gym. 1 custom. We can have as... I think some gym cars. Make sure one of our units is the GPO1. Make sure we got a GPO2 on the other team, and then we got what, Dom Tropin. Hey Moody, got a question. Since you consider since you like games such as DOA, would you consider playing Tekken or Street Fighter? I've played Tekken 7 on the channel. Like, I used to play it, and I was trying to play Yoshimitsu. I considered myself kind of decent as Yoshi, and then next minute I get my ass handed to me online. I could try it again if you want to see more of that kind of stuff. I do like playing a variety of things. It's kind of in the, one of the, or it kind of works for me as part of one of the perks of the job. You kind of have to play anything, no matter what, and not really have a preference, so... There are certain things that I like more than others, but I'll play almost anything. Leo says, yes, please. That was way before I showed up, says Leo. Yeah, it's a while back. I'll have to install Tekken 7 and hope that I don't rage quit on it again. I can teach you all the advanced stuff, says Leo. Ooh. Harley says, the first time using GPO1. We're gonna get shredded by the Zam, says Joshua. Yes, we probably are, but we will die like Feddies. Having a laugh. Oh.
I think when I first considered started streaming, it was after I installed all 3 Darksiders games on my PC.
Oh, dude, you should have done that. Darksiders is a really good one to stream, purely because it's single player, so you don't have to worry about anybody else, but you can comment about how much you like the story or whatever, or what you like about the art style. It's a good game just to chat about. The best thing...
I really enjoy the games.
The best advice I can give you is just find one that you really enjoy and that you're really passionate about, and then just go to town on it, you know. If people like what you're saying, then they'll come back, you know. Or if there's...
Your guys is back with it.
It's...
Well, obviously I'm not going to promote myself for you, obviously. That's not nice. That's nasty.
By all means, though, if there's something that you're really passionate about and that you want to make videos on and people enjoy them, no matter what they enjoy about it, whether it's you getting excited and genuinely knowing a lot, whether it's just them agreeing or wanting a conversation with you about what's going on, you know, as long as you're there to sort of respond to comments and not just leave them there, and you're decent in terms of your conversation, so you're not just kind of forcing your own opinion on everybody else, then, you know, if people enjoy it, they'll come back. Oh. Whee! This is coming from the guy that takes everything for granted, by the way. Like, I genuinely just do this just for the entertainment and to talk to you guys, because that also gives me entertainment, just being able to talk to people. And then when everybody's like, oh, dude, I come back because I like these conversations we have, or I think this is cool, I'm just like, from my perspective, I'm just like, I don't know what's good, but if you're finding this good, then I suppose this is all good. You know, I'm just an idiot when it comes to trying to see it from the other side. Mainly because I've done this for like, what, a year now. Oh god, there's the Zam. Oh! Let's go this way.
I'm just a big boy. I'm a very big boy.
Was that you in the Zam?
No, I'm not the Zam. That'll be Phantom. I'm the other big boy, the big boy.
Oh, dude, I just thought what would be kind of cool, but I'd have to get permission and try and set it up somehow.
What?
You know, because of the whole storytime thing. Actually get the people that I was on about. You know, so get Stu on or something. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Because then you're not just hearing it from my perspective with me just doing this one-sided thing of, oh yeah, I'm this most virtuous person ever, you know.
In hell, you could do it during your division.
Yeah, I mean, during the division stuff is with Sean, so that'd be funny. Oh. It'd be Sean and Stu. Oh god, I'm gonna get pinned. Oh no. Oh, I'm pinned behind B. I think it's B anyway. I forgot how the suit works, and then I realised I got the bullpup, and then next minute I get pinned in the corner.
I think you can use the gym custom as weapon with the ground gym. With how Power Gym. BBC using it the other day.
Let's see. I was a fan of Darksiders 1, but didn't mind 2. But apparently 3 was bad, says the Dark Raven.
Apparently.
Not sure.
As good as 2.
Jay Lucky says, Moody, probably could the next match be 8th team themed? We already did one.
Yeah, we did the 8th team.
Let's see what else we got here. Tekken 7 is slowly beating Street Fighter in popularity. Ooh. Zamal is eating you up, tasty fed. Don't take that the wrong way. Context matters. I need to find out what the rest of my team is, because I'm doing terrible here.
Zam walks up to your door with a big pizza box. Or the plumber.
Zionic pizza delivery. Oh no, I see what's going on here. Yeah. Oh god, the rest of my team's been killed. Is that heavy? I think that might be. Oh Jesus. Oh yeah, that's me gone. Oh god, your entire team is ripping me a new one. Oh god. I was going to back my team up, and then by the time I got there, everybody was dead. Cobalt says my cheeks got clapped.
Oh god, I didn't know I was still standing up. Oh no. I actually genuinely want to cry now, I don't know why. I felt like a bit of a pansy saying that, but...
You just genuinely feel like a pie.
Yeah.
Not this late at night.
I'm emotional, leave me alone.
I'm sorry if I've triggered that, by the way.
No, it's more like, because I was thinking, I wish I had a friend like you during my college days.
Oh.
But then again, if that stuff didn't happen at college, then I would never got met you and everyone else here.
Oh. Oh god. Dude. That Zam was gonna chew me up there. I was already suffering from getting hit left, right and centre, and then the Zam's just wailing on me. Guys, we need to support Harley more.
Andy Joe should have had the GPO2 when we played the game, because the range on its Vulcan is massive.
Oh god, just imagine. I'm calling this now. When this comes out in the West, you're going to see way more people streaming it, probably. But they're going to probably be doing the cringy stuff that Joe did at the beginning.
Yeah, not actually knowing how to play it.
It's going to be weird when more people... It's going to be weird when more people get in on the scene, but it's going to be interesting because I want to see what the reception is and who we might be able to get on board, because, like, I feel like we've got a good setup here at the moment in terms of English community on a Japanese game, and I know it goes further than just our part of the community, you know, that's set up around doing this. But you know, the English side is pretty big already. I can't wait to see what happens when more people come in and how many newer people we can see, you know, playing with us, and whether they'll be nice people or not to play with. Oh. It's the potential's there to get more people on board and just have a laugh. You know. The one thing I like about team-based games, especially with, like, when I was referencing Halo before, the one thing that I used to say was whenever you play a game of Halo with somebody, depending on how they are at the game and depending on how you work together as a team, you kind of learn a little bit about the person and who they are, you know, in terms of personality or whatever. And it's definitely, I think, the case with this, where you get to see people a little bit for who they are in terms of, like, what they like doing, what the personality might be a little bit based on what they do in game or whatever. Like, genuinely, you've seen me whenever I whenever I go complete overkill on someone, like on Eggs Ram before. I didn't mean that, but it just happened to line up properly, and I was just having a right laugh. It's like I've done the same with GB3, where I'll just overkill people. It's like, yeah, he likes being a little bit nasty to people as long as it suits him.
Yeah, like you said.
Oh, what?
No.
The room has vanished. What?
Yeah, I was wondering why.
Come on.
Stop. I did the timer stop. It was like, oh, I was like looking at my internet, going, "Oh, please don't beat my internet. Please don't beat my internet." But you.
Room just randomly crashed. Hang on, I'm getting that gym costume from the counter.
Oh, you got it. Nice.
Thanks, Bamco. Everybody just dropped. Yeah, I got the first level one before.
Nice.
How close are you from getting it?
Still about 3 more games. And then
3?
Yeah, 3 more games and I've got level 1 and 2.
Nice. Hang on, I'm just gonna put this pilot suit on here. Next time we need a red, says Harley. Moody, I was the F2 behind your team that match. Ooh. That was too intense, the servers couldn't handle it. We were getting crushed.
No, I went back and forth because like my team was winning, then your team were winning, then my team were winning, then your team were winning.
I'm gonna put the I've got the white dingo suit on for space, so for ground use. I think I'll put the new one on if I can. Can I wear the new one? Yeah, I can. I need a different helmet here. If I got that doesn't kind of work. Oh, there we go. I've got Burning's helmet. It was funny because I can't remember what happened to Lieutenant Burning, and then I saw a video the other day where his gym custom flies off after getting hit and then it explodes. I was like, oh, well, now I know what happens. I got reminded.
He became a firework.
So I like Burning. He's a good supporting character throughout Stardust Memory because, it's like I said before, Stardust Memory is ruined by Nina. Seriously, I've not seen a single person yet that justifies Nina's existence in that. Just because the love triangle thing is already annoying, and then you've got the whole thing of her just constantly in between Gato and Uraki just being like, no, the Gundam! It's just like, seriously, shut up, woman. She's the most annoying element of the entire show. Right, let's get people in here. Click square to accept all the rewards. Oh yeah, I forgot. I keep doing that. Everybody keeps reminding me, and every single time afterwards, because I'm so used to doing it out of habit, I'm just like, oh, circle, circle, circle. You know, I should really pay more attention to the UI. And apparently, wait a minute, is anybody getting server errors here? Everybody check and see whether you can create a match. John, can you... Because I got an error then, as if, you know, like that time where the servers went down.
Aye.
I got an error like that.
It keeps doing the same thing for me.
Camille is my favourite woman. This is full armour. One of only 2 characters I give a toss about in the show. Everyone could have died and I'd be happy, says Devicia. Stardust Memory reminds me of Top Gun, says David Brandsetter. Okay, that kind of makes sense. Nina has no redeeming qualities, said Double Side. Piffle says, shut up, woman, let me fight. They ended Stardust Memory where she's all smiling at him when he was released.
I think the server's about a heart attack.
Anybody else getting an error? Bamco just got hacked, says Cecil. I just finished playing and wow, you guys are still playing, says Eggsram. Yep. Well, we were.
Oh well. Well, looks like I ain't getting.
Right. Everybody, we'll finish up here. Everybody that was playing, if you're still in the lobby, come sit by the GPO1 and GPO2 next to the clan area, and we'll launch a couple of fireworks and have some beer, and then we'll call it.
Go and live in that secret area.
I mean, we could do that, but I mean, launching the fireworks is always amusing. Where is it? High altitude fireworks. See if we can see the sky after launching 1 million high-altitude fireworks. We're having a party around here now. See, This is another thing that I take for granted, kinda, is I never thought I'd be doing something like this in-game with people like a year ago. I'm just like, oh, I'll just play, you know? And then we're genuinely having a laugh in the lobby. It's just like, oh, okay, fair enough. I love everybody like partly dancing here and launching fireworks. I think we can only just see the sky through the center of the screen here because of the amount of particles on screen. It'd be funny if you could get an entire lobby to do this just to see whether the fireworks would lag. Oh yeah, frame rate. And you see the frame rate drop if you try and look up and rotate the camera. It's dropping ever so slightly. When you look, press fireworks, right, and then look up at the fireworks and rotate the camera.
Oh god, yeah.
The frame rate's dropping. If you did that with everybody, the entire server would probably crash under the strain. I wonder if they've tested that. Oh, it's like, we'll test this for optimization.
I highly doubt it.
I love the way we got what looks like Harley doing dancing or squats there, and then everybody else is just chilling. Where's the cheers? Hey! Right next to the GPO 2 and GPO 1. See what chat says. Lag harder, says Devicia. Nina Hurd is talking trash, says Pivel. I got an error, but I still got into a custom match this track next. That was weird. Nina was the original Gundam trash waifu, says Kaiser, a woman straight after Lacus and Mia's hearts. It's leg day, says Harley. I feel left out, I'm in a different lobby, says Nugs. Aww.
You know who's the best Gundam waifu?
Go on.
Aria from IBO at the end of the series.
I'll try and remember. Oh, Ina.
Ina.
Yeah, because she has a... Oh, no, wait a minute. It's not her that has a kid, it's the other one. It's the,
No.
Oh god, I just realised I'm getting a sparkler through my chest here.
No, it's not Cordelia. It's not her, no, it's, Aria. The friendly something. No, she had Zaki's kid.
Yeah.
Like, she's left white at the end of the series, because obviously when she's grown up, not when she's still a kid.
You know, I'm still annoyed that they haven't done any other IBO stuff, like no movie or anything, no sort of something that gives us an idea of what the other Gundam suits were, because they had that much potential for showing those off. They could have just made like a million other kits. There's money there to be made.
Yeah, apparently didn't do that well in Japan, but did well in the West.
Huh. I think maybe it didn't do that well in Japan because it was maybe a little bit too serious or whatever, because the Western audience like that kind of stuff and like Wing and Double O, but it seems like the Japanese really liked Seed because, like I've said before, it was more of a Japanese drama with Gundams in the background, so as a result they got more female fans. Huh. Is Leo getting sparkles through his face there? I just love the way we're just half lagging out a server and I'm just having a right laugh. So many fireworks in one place. I'm surprised nobody else has come over to see what's going on here. If you try looking towards where the DP shop is, it's definitely feeling it frame rate wise.
They don't start, I thought they just live together. They both love
Let's have a look. Let's have a look. What? You mean Atra? Yes, I do. Sorry about that, Dark Raven. Oh, Ven says, I want to join so bad, but I'm stuck having connection problems after my first match today. Ooh, sorry to hear that. Hope you can get on it at some other point, because I mean, we do this almost all the time, apart from when I decide to take a huge break because of getting salty. But yeah, apart from that, normally we're on almost every day. The amount of world building they did for IBO, they just left it hanging, says Easton. Yeah, that's what I mean, like, the amount of world building and potential they could have still explored, I really wish they'd go there with that. I'm sure the Geku manga was cancelled by now, says the Dark Raven. I mean, there's The Trash Erd Hunter spin-off. Gundam needs more DMRs, says John Smith fake name. Gundam's need more battle rifles. Let's see, was Steel Moon ever finished, says Gundam Nugs? I'm not quite sure, I don't think it was. Double Side says, Archer and Cordelia got married in the end. Yeah, and Archer's the one that had the kid and Cordelia didn't, because of her work. Both of them died for stupid reasons too. Burning to his suit overloading, and Synapse was executed after a court-martial. Should do this at the DP shop, says Pivotal. Why? Because then we get everybody else involved. The massive amount of people that could potentially join in.
Yeah, stuff it up, dude.
Nug says,
Let's go crash the server.
let's go crash the server. Okay, let's see if it actually works, guys. Hang on. Love everybody just chilling out here. We'll do this. We'll finish off the stream in a little bit, and we'll see how this happens. I wonder whether everybody else is going to join in and do this. Like, let's see where the largest group of people is here. Hang on. I reckon if we do it in between, like just about here. There's Great Ninja Man as well. Not seen him in a while.
Yeah, Great Ninja Man.
Yeah, somebody referenced him the other day in stream. I reckon about here.
He's not a very good ninja man, if we can see him.
I reckon about here plus all the other ones up above, and then just see if we can get anybody else joining in. Burn the servers, says Cobalt. Let's see. Not married, just co-parenting, says Nugs. Yep. Gundam Season 1 was okay-ish. I keep saying it in stream. I actually need to. It sounds terrible. I need to watch Seed all the way through because I can't form a good enough opinion on it based on just everybody else and parroting what everybody else has said about it, you know. I'm going to go now, says Phantom. We'll see you next time, Phantom. David Brandsetter says, what I liked about Stardust, M8 Team and Thunderbolt is the gritty semi-realism. It's a different twist on Gundam compared to some of the other stuff, like Seed. Like where it's more of a sort of like, I wouldn't say it was a fantasy setting, but it's got a completely different feeling because the way the characters react to each other. It's more of a relationship drama wrapped around Gundam. IBO was poignant as hell, says Kaiser. Yeah, the best part is when the beginning where it makes a point of Mika executing the guys that are trying to run away from the battle in the episode at point blank with a pistol. Like, jeez, okay, now I know what I'm in for the rest of these episodes. Oof. IBO was a darker version of Gundam, but some people probably didn't like that there were no beam weaponry, says Joseph. They alluded to it, though, like, especially with the fight versus the Hashimal, I think it is? Yeah, the giant mobile armor. Like, I enjoyed the idea of that. Just, I thought they were going to go somewhere with the mobile armor storyline, but then no, it ended up being the Bale storyline. Maybe if we can get anybody else doing this. We'll have to see. I know there's a load of people between the DP shop and the match area. Oh god, that actually did stutter them for a second. Is it going to show it on stream? That shows it on... Yep, it stuttered on stream. Oh, I think it did it again. It's like when I turned it and rotated it in the DP store, it stuttered. Hang on, I gotta face maybe this way and see what happens. Ven says, at least we got spoilers good ending to what happened in IBO. Yeah. Custom games are working again, says Trapmix. Ooh, I'll have to have a look. Leo says, oh god, the lag. Season 2 is fine up to post Hashimal, says the Dark Raven. One word. Dine Slave. It's been referenced by me so much at this point on stream. Dine Slaves were just the worst thing to introduce. Because they use them way too often. I'll be honest here, any Gundam series is good besides certain Canadian live-action film that shan't be named. It only lives on for its death in the anime. The G-Savior, yeah. Thunderbolt goes a bit too far for my taste, says Devicia. I like the direction, but it's so full of crazies. Yeah. Joseph says, I didn't hate Seed, but I thought they got lazy in Season 2 where they started adding one-year war suits and a Seed look. I mean, it was cool seeing them be updated. It's kind of like when you see, you know, like remasters or reboots of old games. I took it as kind of like that thing where they were trying to go with that and put a new spin on it. Oh god, it is actually lagging like crazy. You can see it struggling a little bit. Every now and again it just goes. Here we go. Easton says, I'm still sad Space Guts didn't get a happy ending. No, but God, it was satisfying. You know. Kind of disappointed they never used the Hashimoto Barbatus concept floating around to draw parallels with the Bale. Yeah, that was annoying as well. Because they had it all drawn up and then next minute it's just like, nope. Let's see here. IBO suits are beam resistant. It's like somehow the SD cross rays, they take no damage. Dark Raven says it was a good ending compared to what the director wanted. People in the GBO lobby are asking why we don't match. Wait, what? Eok being killed was all I needed to see at that point, says Nevo. Yeah, he was annoying. Akihiro was never gonna get a good ending. Even like they mentioned how they thought they were never gonna get a good ending because of how they were, you know, being mercenaries. But Akihiro is my favorite character in the entire show, and just to see him get revenge like that was enough for me. It's like Nevo said, at that point you were waiting to see where Eok would meet his fate because he was doing so much stupid stuff and messing up everything. And then to see Akihiro just crush him, it was like, yep, that's enough for me. You know, I think I honestly almost ended up crying at that bit, because I'm just like, dude, seriously. People are joining in, says Pivel. Wait a minute, what? Let's have a look. Are we actually grabbing people here? Oh my god, we are. Oh god, the frame rate, that's like... Normally, this is going to sound stupid, but when you get used to looking at certain frame rates, and like, if you have a PC with a low frame rate game, and you have something that tells you what the frame rate is, normally you get used to seeing it and being like, okay, this looks like it's this amount of frames on screen. I can tell you now, this looks less than 30. It looks like it's averaging between maybe 20 and 30 at this point. Like, maybe not too close to 20, because it's still pretty smooth, but it's definitely going lower than 30. If I had some sort of tool here, like if it was on PC and we had some sort of tool to help look at it and see what was going on, you know, then we'd probably see that it was less than 30. But ooh, it's looking less than 30. Like, especially when you look towards, you know, the GPO 1 and GPO 2. When you look that way, it seems to drop a lot more for some reason. Maybe because it's rendering the two suits. I don't know whether they're using, like, high poly versions of everything, but it'll be to do with the amount of stuff on screen and the LODs. I'm just checking chat here because of IBO. The writers actually got into heated arguments with the director about the ending of IBO. The ending we saw was Somewhere Allowed to Live. Yeah, I imagined how they were talking about it at the beginning, that they would obviously probably all end up dead, but... Can you imagine the infomercial for the Dying Slave? Works against everything, almost one-shots any mobile suit. Got a problem? Got a problem with a white demon? Just shoot it with a Dying Slave. That's the infomercial for it. Oh, here we go. Ben says, so I was watching another YouTuber and he was talking about an upcoming MS for next month for the spin. Does anyone know about it? No, but I mean, we can speculate. Leo says he was loyalty. He was royalty, that's why. Nug says, I completely abhor and hate the Dying Slave BS and how cheap it was made. It's because they knew they could just immediately one-shot everything. I've mentioned it before on loads of streams saying about how I hate it as well, because it was kind of a way of copping out and not animating these really cool fights and instead then spending all the budget on the Bale fight and the final fight. You know. He was born into his position. No sane person would have put him in charge, says Easton. Yeah. And then we have the 7 stars system. The bit rate looks like it's taking a hit, says Devicia. The thing is, like, they include the 7 stars order as well, but the only reference... Oh god, that jump there. That really jumped. That took a hit there. Oh my god. How many people have we got planting fireworks now? We got about, what?
God.
We got about 10 people maybe? A little bit more?
That's what we put in the crash game.
This is just funny watching this all take place, because the bitrate is taking a hit. We're not playing another match, says Joshua. With it being about 11 at night almost, probably not. We'll just finish up with this. 10 of them or so were used on the Barbatus and Gusion for the Dying Slaves. Yeah, unfortunately. You know, because complete overkill. Nug says, apparently making everything go to ruins after the second half is the director's bad habit. The Dark Raven said, like I've said before, they could have left the whole McGillis coup d'etat thing for a season 3. Season 2 felt rushed. Yeah. Hashimal would have made a better 2-season finale. I honestly thought they were going to go more into the mobile armor thing and maybe introduce more of them and have them possibly attack Earth or whatever, but apparently no. You know, because they've got them clearly underground in like other places. It was just like, okay, what's going on with that? Julieta constantly berates him for his actions. I hated Julieta by the end of it because she's clearly the inferior pilot. And just because she has a new mobile suit, immediately she is better than Mika. You know, Mika's wounded by this point, but there are some other points where she just gets out because of plot armor. Like I swear she has another fight with Mika in the Lupus at one point, and she just survives because plot armor, because they wanted to keep her alive for the ending, or at least that's what it looks like. It's like, come on, seriously, guys. Let's do another show. See how many people we got here now. It's not too bad when you're looking at the floor, obviously, but when you look at the sky and rotate the camera in certain points... oh, that... I don't know what happened there. It just froze for a moment there. Like, you can see it on the stream in a moment where it goes straight towards me. Bang, there, it froze for a moment. I think it's because it was saving at the same time. Oh, here we go. Let's see, Leo says, to their credit, the Barbatos and Gusion would have definitely been team killed, but would have most definitely team killed their entire forces in... Hang on, yeah, if they played for... Julieta is somehow able to snipe a rocket out of the air while fighting the Barbatos before she destroys... no, before it destroys Eox's ship, says Leo. Yeah. Joshua says, I'm going to get to sleep now. Thank you very much for the games, everyone. See you tomorrow. We'll see you tomorrow, Joshua. Thank you for staying by the way. Joseph says, at least IBO Season 2 had more potential than Reconquisting G. I never stayed around for it.
I never got past this big so it's too confusing. Too all over the place.
That
too kiddish.
Ben says, I turned around to witness fireworks. At least I can be here while I can't get into the quickies. Devicia says, see you later. You'll see you later, Devicia. Julieta was a horrible pilot, so she didn't deserve to win. All she really did was wait till Mika was dead and then took all the credit. Yep, that's about right. Julieta only lived because Barbie died before it could stab her, says Kaiser. They had an awesome suit in the Vidar, and then it became the Chimaris Vidar. Yeah, the Vidar definitely seemed a lot cooler and could have had more fights. Instead, it only had like one really good fight. This is crazy. Let's see how many people we've actually got in here now. I love it when we do crazy stuff like this. Like, we've had the drinking party before, now we've had the fireworks party. Right, people. I think because it's getting late, we'll call it there. So, to recap, hope you guys have enjoyed. We got some matches grinded out today. We'll be doing more tomorrow at some point, just to try and see if we can get those level 2 gym customs, or for anybody else that's not got them, keep stacking up the amount of sorties so that people can get them. Hope people have been getting these coins at the same time. If you end up sticking around and getting the rival one on your own, then hope that's a little bit easier for some of you, because I'm not going to bother with that one. The rival one normally I leave out. Thanks for anybody that joined in any of these matches, whether it be the themed ones, whether it be the other ones with the Zaku, or whether it just be the normal ones. Obviously, thanks to anyone as well that stayed through all my my ranting and story time stuff before, because I didn't know whether that would be interesting or not. But obviously, some of you thought it was interesting enough to stay through. So yeah, hope you all enjoyed, and thanks for the firework party at the end here, trying to get rid of the server completely, or at least lag it out. You can hardly see the sky in some bits because of the amount of fireworks on screen. Let's see here. So yeah, thank you very much everyone. Yet again, we've had a good time talking about Gundam, having a good chat, and wailing on each other with giant robots yet again. So, until the next stream, I hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Bye!